Yo, I'm in the zone when the big blocks rumble. Slide in the slick, watch the quick line crumble. MDiTV got the heat in the tunnel. Boost in the stream, better tighten that buckle. Dirt flying, wide tires grinding. Slide job city, full send, no hiding. Modified beast, you can't fake that tone. It's a full barrel growl and it shakes your dome. Big block, we bring the thunder. Big block, straight out of the under. Big block, tear up the clay. If you ain't built tough, better get out the way. From Brewerton down to the
What up, what up, what up?
Gates. I'm shifting fate when I rotate plates. Got torque in the veins and hate in the dust. It's checkers or wreckers and slide we trust. I ain't here for a cruise or a cameo. I'm throwing sliders like Mario. Red flag rage when I rage the show. Tech with the flow when the wheels go roll. Big block, full send savage. Big block, dirt track havoc. Big block, hear that scream. Built not bought, it's a racer's dream. Shout out to the warriors in the pits. Wrench turners, heat burners, slide with the blitz. MDiTV, yeah, we lit on stream. When the big blocks roll, you know what it means.
All right, for some reason it's not showing me those splits yet. Just waiting for it to show me the split so we can get in there. There it is. Looks like it's a 54-31 SOF for the big block opener. What's up, everybody getting up in the session?
Peer up the clay. Built not bought. Built not bought.
Got a couple familiar and unfamiliar names as we jump into there for tonight's
Shout out to
Monday
the
night
warriors
opener.
in the pits. Wrench turners, heat burners, slide with the blitz. MDiTV, yeah, we lit on stream. When the big blocks roll, you know what it means. Yeah, you know what it means.
All right, who's ready for some week 6 action? What's up? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. A little better than I was Thursday. All right, we are ready for some week 6 action. Opening it up at Cedar Lake with the big block modifieds. It is going to be wild. What's up, Curtis? I see you out there. All right, we are here at the track. Let me go ahead and put it up there for you guys as we get ready for tonight's big block opener. Lots of racing here tonight. Dylan Yeager going to go to the top of the charts. Damian Ward second. Mark Toney in number 3 spot. Jacob Schultz in 4th. And Dalton Deward's going to make an appearance in that number 5 position. Should be a good one here tonight. Cedar Lake, one of my favorite tracks to at least run. Looks like we got about 22 cars in here. That means we are going to be sending 4 drivers home here tonight. Jordan LeBoon has made it in. Matthew Watts out on the track as he's going to finish a lap. He has been fast this season. Tyson Banks out there. Michael Swank. As we are going to get ready. Damian Ward's going to go back to the top of the charts. We got about a minute and a half or so left before we get into tonight's qualifying. Let me know out there in the chat. Who do you think is going to win here tonight? Who's your favorite? Who's your pick for tonight's big block opener? Nothing like some Monday Night Modifieds to start out the night. Yo, what's up, Justin? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, you know what we got to do, and I got to get the gonads to do it, is I need to start trying to get my iRating back up, trying to get back into some dirt racing. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the chat. Go Tri-City and Matt Watts, says Justin. I know I got some out there rooting for Damian Ward. Who else we got people rooting for out there? Oh yeah, dirt racing's definitely the best. Which is crazy because I was just thinking, you know, in the song, Ethan Bill is not out here. He hasn't been here for a few weeks. Wonder what he's got going on. All right, that is going to be the end of practice. We're currently working on the big block. See you next week. It would have been nice to see you out there this week. Sounded like you were actually excited about this race. Where are we going next week? That's a good question. Lincoln Speedway next week. So the rest of the races we got to fill out the season. Lincoln Speedway, Eldora, Volusia, Oswego, Knoxville, and Lanier to close out the next 6 weeks after this week as these guys jump out on the track. We're going to go up over here and jump on Aaron Rockefeller. Aaron Rockefeller has been making a lot of noise. Right? Lord, yeah. All some good picks, Larry. All some good picks. Damian Ward, quick time. We'll see what he gets able to do here. He was quick tonight, but Aaron Rockefeller has definitely been on the uptick here lately, getting quicker and quicker each week. Look to see what he is able to do here tonight at Cedar Lake. I feel like this track should fit his style pretty good. That's your photo guy. As he's going to come across the line to complete lap number 1. He's going to go 4th quickest on the board with a 14.607. Damian Ward goes quick time with a 14.225. Damian Ward to the top of the charts. Kaufman is going to be in that number 2 spot. Let's see who else we got out there. We got Dalton Deward. We haven't seen him in a while. In the number 28 FTM machine. That pre-gen, yeah, pre-gen sucks. For the big blocks mostly. All right, so Dalton's going to come across the line. Let's see where he's going to put that number 82 machine. He's going to go second quick with a 14.145 for Dalton Dewart. That is not the double D I ordered today, though. All right, so Dylan Yeager going to go to the top of the charts. Then Riley Knoll in the number 5. These guys are popping off some quick times with 14.118. Look how close these times are, guys. Damian Ward got knocked all the way back to 10th, but we got a 116, a 122, a 145, a 1. Is that a 5 or a 6.9? I can't tell from here. A 179. I mean, these guys are ridiculously close here on the charts. This is going to be a wild one here tonight. We still got Matthew Watts out there. Matthew Watts going to go 4th quick with a 146. One more quick guy out there on the track. It is going to be Nick Brundage. Oh, where'd you get LaFont? Ooh, 18th. Oof. All right, where is Brundage going to put that 916 as he comes across the line? He's going to be 19th quick in that 916. Let's see if he's able to pick up the pace any here on lap number 2. He's not going to have enough time. Brundage is going to be starting deep in heat race number 1. All right, so Riley Knoll has been coming out making some noise lately too. He's going to go with the quick time, and we are going to go into heat race number 1. Thank you guys for getting out there. That helps me a little bit with the camera. And we are going to get ready for tonight's starting lineup. Heat race number 1. It is going to be Riley Knowles starting on the pole here tonight. Dalton Dewart in the number 28 is going to be starting in second. Starting inside row number 2 in that number 2 machine, it is going to be Ryan Goffmanis. Outside of him in the 747, it's going to be Tyson Banks. Starting inside row number 5 in that number 12 machine, it's going to be Jacob Schultz. Outside of him in the number 32, it's going to be Damian Ward. Starting inside row number 4 in that number 20 machine, it's going to be Jackson Hill. Outside of him in the number 27, it's going to be Michael Swank. Starting inside row number 5 in the number 20 machine, it is going to be Justin White. Outside of him in the 916, it's going to be Nick Brundage. And last but not least, in that number 11 spot, driving in that number 6 machine, it is going to be Tanner Purcell. It is going to be 8 laps here for heat race number 1. Top 7 going to transfer through. Curious out there, who's your pick here in heat race number 1? Riley's actually in a number 5. He's in an iRacing stamp machine tonight. Bottom half, guys. Oh, my God. As they head into turn number 1 and 2, they got that 1 to go. We are going green flag this time by. All right. Do you think it's going to be somebody off the front row, or do you think someone like Goffmanis or maybe Damian Ward could sneak up for the win? We're about to find out as the green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway. Knowles going to lead them into turn number 1 and 2. Battle's going to be for second as Goffmanis takes that number 2 spot. Puts the pressure on Knowles down the back straightaway. Down into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be 2 by 2. Oh, look at Ryan up underneath Knowles. He's going to spin him. They're connected into turn number 1 and 2. Somehow they're still going. Noel facing the wrong way. They're running him over. Schultz is going to go up and over. Oh, that was messy, messy, messy. Schultz ends up on his lid as Dalton Dewart inherits the lead. Tyson Banks up to 3rd. And look at this. Damian Ward up to that number 3 spot. All right, guys. I know we got some racing going on, but we got to go back and take a look at that one. That was just freaking insane. So they're going to hook together right here. Oh, he killed him. He killed him. That is a couple good cars definitely going into the LCQ here tonight as Dalton continues to lead. Tyson Banks putting the pressure as it looks like Damian Ward up on the high side, picking up the heat out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be 3 laps to go at the line. Damian Ward has got that thing on rails. He's going to go in the middle, 3 wide for the lead as they peak into 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for 3 and 4. I think Damian Ward's got to get that thing up on the high side and situate himself for a slider in 1 and 2 to have an opportunity here. He's got 2 more laps to figure it out as they come across the line side by side for the lead. Ward's going to try to stick it in the middle. Gets over the back right rear of the 747 of Tyson Banks. He loses some ground. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Banks on the bottom side. Here comes Ward up underneath Banks. Down the back straightaway. Banks has to back out of it. Ward into the number 2 spot. Through turn number 3 and 4. Dalton Dewart's going to take the win. And he race number 1. Damian Ward in second. Banks, Swank, Brundage, White, and Goffmanis going to round out the field going to the feature. Looks like Purcell, Knowles, Schultz, and Hill going to the LCQ. Well, that was freaking insane for heat race number 1. As we are going to get ready for heat race number 2. Oh, look who's starting in the number 3 spot. That's going to be trouble. Good old Nicholas Ham. Pick on you, Ham. All right, starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 2. It is going to be the number 48 of Dylan Yeager. Outside of him in the number 11 machine, it's going to be Matt Watts. If he could win some more races, could we call him Megawatts? I'm just asking. All right, starting inside row number 2 in the 45 JR, it is going to be Nicholas Ham. Outside of him in the 316, it's going to be Devin Howard. Starting inside row number 3 here tonight in the number 12 machine. It is going to be Trey Pasica. Outside of him in the 87, it's going to be Mark Tony. Starting inside row number 4 in the 76 machine, it is going to be JT Bierman. Outside of him in the number 20, it's going to be Kyle Lamphere. Starting inside row number 5 here tonight in the 144, it is going to be Jordan LaFon. Outside of him in the number 14, it's going to be Brian Hodge. Then rounding out the field, last but not least here tonight in that number 18 machine, it is going to be Aaron Rockefeller. Both of them got a little ways to go, Larry. Little ways to go for those guys. Actually surprised by that back half. Hodge did really good last time we seen him out here in one of the openers. We'll see if he's able to back that up here tonight. Come on, 45 Junior, says Ethan Bill. What's up, E-Bill? Why aren't you out here? Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. Oh, man, somebody got way loose. It is going to be the 20 of Lamphere. He's going to lose a spot there at the back of the pack as Dylan Yeager drives down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Side by side for that number 2 position. Ham's going to roll the bottom as Watt's going to take that number 2 spot that time by as they head into 1 and 2. Looks like both lanes pretty even right now as they drag race down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Top side definitely taking the momentum out of turn number 2. Down the front straightaway. Here comes Ham trying to fight back as he's got Howard all over the back of him into turn number 1 and 2. Devin Howard in that 3-1-6, having a solid run currently in that number 4 spot as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway, Watt's going to hold on to the number 2 spot, but Nicholas Ham continues to roll that bottom side. Dylan Yeager has checked out as he is out front by 1 second as they complete lap number 4. We got 4 laps to go as they head into 1 and 2. That is going to be the story of today. Can you rip that top side without getting in the wall, especially in 1 and 2? As Watts is going to rip past us down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. I can call Michael Watts anytime I want, right? I just think it sounds good, right? We got to give him another W. If he gets another W, we definitely have to consider it. Down into turn number 1 and 2. 2 laps to go. Battle for second continues to rage. We got Nicholas Ham on the bottom side. Matthew Watts up high as they head through turn number 3 and 4. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Yeager leads the way. Battle for second. Watts and Ham down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Ham's going to slide it up the track. Watts back with the cut down. Down the front straightaway. It's going to be Yeager, Watts, Ham, Howard, LaFon, Trey Bierman going to the feature here tonight. Tony, Hodge, Rockefeller, and Lamphere going to the LCQ. Little less eventful heat race number 2. Heat race number 1 was definitely wild. Great race in there for that number 2 spot between Watts and Ham as we are going to get ready for tonight's LCQ. All right, this might be the last chance you see. Well, this will be the last chance you'll see 4 of these guys. But what 4 guys will it be? Let's go through tonight's starting lineup here for the LCQ. Starting on the pole in that number 6 machine, it is going to be Tanner Purcell. Outside of him, I don't remember. Oh, there he is. In the number 87, it's going to be Mark Tony. Starting inside, row number 2. He was our quick time, but got caught up in his heat race. He is going to be starting 3rd here tonight in the LCQ. It's going to be Riley Knoll. Outside of him, in the number 14 machine, it is going to be Brian Hodge. Looked like Jackson Hill did not grid up. In that number 3 row, outside of him, it is going to be Aaron Rockefeller. Lamphere did not grid up. And then it's going to be Jacob Schultz now starting in that number 5 spot. So only sending 2 of these drivers home here tonight as Jackson Hill and Kyle Lamphere did not grid up. All right. Your shit dropped. Oof. You might not be the only one. We're missing a couple people. Lamphere dropped too. Oh, that sucks. Lanier dropped, and LaFon apparently dropped. As we are looking for the green flag this time by as they head through turn number 1 and 2. You make it back in time, LaFon. You got plenty of time. We got 10 laps still. As they head into turn number 3 and 4, Pace Truck going to race off as they come out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Purcell going to lead the way down the front straightaway. Battle's going to be for second. Riley Knoll on the bottom. Tony up high as they're side by side out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Riley Knoll rolling that bottom side. He's got to be a favorite here to win the LCQ. He's been quick all night, been caught up in heat race number 1, looking to make his way into the feature. Does he have some payback on his mind later on? Down into turn number 3 and 4. They're going to take it 3 wide as Tony tried to put it in the middle. It's going to be Purcell at the line that time by. Riley Knoll going to rip that bottom side as Purcell hangs it loose up on the high side into turn number 3 and 4. Oh, big hit for Tony into turn number 3 and 4. He's going to lose a spot. Maybe more as here comes Jacob Schultz. Rockefeller just kind of stalking in the background in that number 18. He knows it could get crazy right here as they head into 3 and 4. He's going to take a free spot as Schultz and Tony make contact. Here comes Rockefeller looking for the final transfer spot into turn number 1 and 2. Slide job by Knoll for the lead, cut down by Purcell. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Purcell takes it back. Here comes Knoll back down low. Drag race to the line. It is going to be, I don't know, at the line into turn number 1 and 2. Slide job by Knoll. 5 laps to go. 5 laps complete as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Purcell going to come up the track. Here comes Knoll back down low. Good race for the final transfer spot, too, as they come across the line into 1 and 2. Knoll going to throw another slider cut down by Purcell. Down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. Right now, Schultz is in. Rockefeller's out. Rockefeller trying to roll that bottom side as a battle for the lead continues to rage. Purcell's going to have it at the line with 3 laps to go. Oh, no. Hard in the wall out of turn number 2. Big hit for Riley Knoll. He's going to lose a little bit of ground. Ships it into turn number 3 and 4. Not able to complete the slider. Here comes Brian Hodge. He wants a piece of the action as they head into 1 and 2. Knoll going to rip the top side of 1 and 2 that time. Down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. Throws the slide into 3 and 4. Can't complete it. Side by side out of 4. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Purcell's going to wind it up on the high side. Gets caught on the wall. That's going to cost him time. Schultz almost to the back of him. Brian Hodge takes the number 2 spot as they head through turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Purcell with the win. Who's going to have second? It's going to be Brian Hodge, Jacob Schultz, and Mark Tony make the feature here tonight. Not really sure what happened to Riley Knoll. Did he go up and over the wall? That is unfortunate for the number 5 machine. He was fast all night long, and packet drops or goes up and over the wall. iRacing's got to figure out something. That has been a serious issue this week. Yeah, Riley's packet dropping, quality dropping. We've seen a lot of that, a lot of frame drops over the last week. iRacing, get your shit together. It is not an individual problem. It is a system-wide problem. All right, let's get ready for tonight's starting lineup. Hold on 1 second, guys. Sorry. I was having a little operator error there. All right, let's get ready for tonight's starting lineup. Larry Ward is going with Damian Ward as they pull out onto the track. Starting on the pole here tonight in the number 28 machine, and it's going to be Dalton Deward. Outside of him, in the number 48 machine, it is going to be Dylan Yeager. Starting inside row number 2 here tonight, in the number 32 machine, it's going to be Damian Ward. Outside of him, in the number 11, it's going to be Matthew Watts. Starting inside row number 2, in the 747, it is going to be Tyson Banks. Outside of him, in the number 45 JR, it's going to be Nicholas Ham. Starting inside row number 4 in the number 27 machine is going to be Michael Swank. Outside of him in the 316, it's going to be Devin Howard. Starting inside row number 5 in the 916, it is going to be Nick Brundage. Outside of him in the 144, it's going to be Jordan LaFawn. 11th, Ryan Goffmanis. 12th, Trey Pass. Sika. Then the rest of the field, as I did not make it in time, green flag is out. My bad, guys. My bad. F in the chat. I took too long getting ready. As Dalton Dewar are going to take the lead into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be side by side out of turn number 4 for second as D Ward rolls the bottom. Down into turn number 1 and 2 is the D should have been danger or dangerous Ward, not Damien. Down the back straightaway. I'm just kidding. Into turn number 3 and 4. Side by side for that number 2 spot. Ward's got to go behind him. Slides up the track, up to the cushion. Big run for Ward out of turn number 2. Maybe he gets a big run into turn number 3. Facts. Oh, we had contact further back. That's going to stack up the field. That means lap traffic is going to come sooner rather than later as Dalton Dewar continues to roll that bottom in the lead as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, here comes D Ward down low into turn number 3 and 4. On the bottom side, he's going to try to take the number 2 spot. He does. That time by as they head into 1 and 2. Slide job by Ward. Ward up the track. Here comes Yeager back down low. Drag race down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Dewar continues to lead the way. Side by side action behind him as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, D Ward had it at the line for that number 2 spot that time by. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Dalton Dewar continues to lead, but I'll tell you what, that pressure could be coming as Damian Ward finally breaks loose from Yeager. Down out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Single file for the top 3. Big run for Ward. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Dewar at the line, but I'll tell you what, Ward's got it on rails as they head through 1 and 2. That top side does not seem as fast in 3 and 4, but definitely quick down the back straightaway as they head into 1 and 2. Little bit of contact there as Ward gets into the back of Dewar. Dewar's going to keep it straight down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Ripping right up on the wall is Damien Ward through 1 and 2. Big run down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Dewar should have the advantage. That bottom side has been faster in turn number 3 and 4, but Ward is quick on that top side in 1 and 2. Big run down the back straightaway. He's going to ship it up underneath as there's side-by-side contact with lap cars up in front of him. Traffic coming up. There's contact for the lead. Ward and Dewar make contact as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Slide job by Ward. 3 wide for the lead out of turn number 2. 3 wide into turn number 3 and 4. Ward up high. Dewar in the middle as Yeager's down low. Contact between Dewar and Yeager. Man, there's just too many W's and D's in those first 3. We're having a great day. Great day. Thank you. It's pretty good racing as we got lap traffic up ahead as Damian Ward has the lead into 1 and 2. That is going to be Tanner Purcell going a lap down. Here comes Dalton Dewar on the outside. Yeager's going to get caught up. Watson's going to make his way around. Yeager going the wrong way as he's falling back to 4th. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Nick Ham. Nick Ham wants a piece of that action. He's going to be the caboose in that train as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Ward continues to pull away as the battle is going to be for that 3rd spot on back. Oh! Damian Ward into the wall. That's going to allow the field to catch back up to him. Dewar not able to take advantage as they head into turn number 3 and 4. He is until he got the wall as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Dewar has completely committed to that bottom side. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Yeager looking up underneath. Ward's going to Dewar is going to give him the spot. Man, that is Ward and Dewar and Yeager. I mean, I don't know what it is. It's all confusing. And now we got Watts. So a lot of D's, a lot of W's, and then Nick Ham. Nick Ham sideways out of 4. Big save out of Nicholas Ham out of turn number 4. Down into turn number 1 and 2, back up to the battle for second. Ward has pulled away as Yeager continues to roll in that number 48. Got up to second as they come out of turn number 4. Here comes Dewar back down low. Watts to the high side into turn number 1 and 2. Nick Brundage is making his way forward. He's up to the number 5 spot. Remember, he did not have a great qualifying run. Had to race his way up through the heat race. Now has raced his way up through the feature, up 4 spots to the number 5 position in that 916 as the yellow flag comes out. All right, let's go take a look and see what happened here with the number 20 of Justin White. He's just going to grab this wall here, isn't he? Yep, just too much wall in 1 and 2, and bam! Oh, that is unfortunate, and it looked like Schultz is going to get a little bit of that one. That is unfortunate. He's just had some bad luck. Jacob Schultz has the speed, but does not have the luck. Definitely some contact there. Hopefully his car is all right. It did keep him on the lead lap, so glass half full. He's still on the lead lap. Still has an opportunity here tonight as Damian Ward leads the field here tonight. Dylan Yeager second. Matthew Watts, Dalton Dewart, Nick Brundage, your top 5. I'm not going to lie. I like all these guys, but Damian, Yeager, Watts, and Dewart all together is definitely a tongue twister for me tonight. All right, looking for that green flag as they come down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. That is great racing. Definitely some great racing as we are going to look for the green flag out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. We got 30 laps to go. 30 laps to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Going to be Ward leading the way. Yeager up on the high side. He's going to get a hit shot from Dewart. Dewart's going to fall back. Here comes Brundage looking for 4th as they come out of turn number 4. Brundage going to take that number 4 spot. Dewart trying to hold on as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Banks up underneath them out of turn 2. Down the back straightaway. Banks going to get loose. Here comes Goffmanis to the outside as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Now Goffmanis going to go low. Out of 4, we got one up into the wall. That is going to be Mark Toney in the 87. He's able to keep it straight. Back up to the front. Man, it is crazy in the freaking middle. As they head through turn number 3 and 4. Battle back here between Goffmanis and Dewart as Goffmanis going to try to take that spot. Here comes Yeager now, though, looking for the lead out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Ward's going to lead it. Yeager in second. Down the front straightaway. Yeager putting the pressure on him into turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Here comes Yeager down low. Yeager's got that bottom side cooking through 1 and 2. It's going to be pretty even through 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway, back into 1 and 2. Ward's going to jump up to the high side. If he can hit this right, it's going to be quick, but it's hard to be consistent on that top side as Ward gets the run down the back straightaway, easily leads it through turn number 3 and 4. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Yeager's going to fight back down on the bottom side. Ward continues to rip the high side. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. It's going to calm down a little bit. Let's jump back and see what's going on back here as Dewart has fallen all the way back to 9th, struggling in that number 28 machine. Look at this. I can't help but be excited about Brian Hodge up to the number 11 spot, 5 spots up, continuing to roll forward, keeping that number 14 machine clean. Can he get himself up into the top 10? I definitely would be excited about that as we move back up to the front. Ward continues to lead. Looks like the field is starting to single file out as it stands right now. Might be a little bit of racing starting here as Ham looks down up underneath Banks as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Ham slides up, maybe a little bit of contact out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. 20 laps to go here tonight as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Curious who we're going to have up in the Discord here tonight as Ward continues to lead. Yeager looking to the bottom. He can't quite make it there. Ward back to the point into turn number 3 and 4. These guys are pretty consistent, pretty even right now. Yeager just can't get that edge he needs down on the bottom side. He knows if he follows them, it's just going to be a whole lot of following. So he's trying to find something else, working that track as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Looks a little better in 3 and 4, but Ward has that high side absolutely nailed in turn number 1 and 2. One mistake, though, up on the high side could cost Ward the lead. Yeah, Brundage isn't there yet. He's one spot out. He's got Watts up in front of him by quite a bit, 1 second in front of him. So Brundage has some ground to make up, and Goffmanis is on the move in that number 2 machine. Little G in that number 2 as they head through turn number 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. A little bit of contact with Brundage as they head down into turn number 1 and 2. Little G looking for that number 4 spot. He's got it into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Brundage back on the outside down the front straightaway. Give it to Little G that time by at the line as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Yeah, Yeager's phenomenal. It doesn't matter what he gets in. He is always fast. Putting the pressure on Damian Ward. Damian Ward running the wheels off that number 32. Could tire wear play a factor here tonight? By the end of this one, Ward's going to grab the wall. That's going to cost him. Here comes Yeager looking down low. Oh, he's able to recover. It was almost like a block for Ward. Got a little bit lucky, but here comes Yeager down to the bottom side. Looks for the slider in 1 and 2. Slide job by Yeager. Cut down by Ward down the back straightaway. He's going to ship it into turn number 3 and 4. Yeager's going to look low out of turn 4. Good run down the front straightaway, all over the back of Ward. Look for the slide in 1 and 2. Slide job 1 and 2. He's going to tap the wall. Here comes Ward back down low. Yeager did that absolutely perfect through 1 and 2. Yeager's going to have a better run through 3 and 4. Side by side, this should be a good slider as Ward's going to play a little defense as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Yeager down low. He's going to roll up underneath Ward side by side out of turn number 4. 8 laps to go. Battle for the lead. Both of them hit the top in 1 and 2. Yeager going to look for the run out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Stays all over the back end of that number 32. Watch for him to take the momentum. Down low out of turn 4. Good run for Yeager. Into the back of Ward. He's going to let him know he's there with 7 laps to go. Knock, knock, he says as they come down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. Ward continues to lead, but Yeager putting the pressure as they come out of turn number 4. It is going to be 6 laps to go. Here comes Yeager with the slide. Caution flag comes out. Oh my God, saved by the caution is Damian Ward. I'll tell you what, I was starting to wonder if Ward was going to break under pressure. That was big pressure as it looks like Brundage is going to have issues for this caution. Let's see what happened. Oh, he tapped the wall on entry. Oh, and LaFon gets into Banks. Oh. A lot happening here. So they were talking about it. Sounded pretty cordial. But Brundage is going to get the wall. That's going to throw Banks off. And LaFon, not knowing, comes up the track. Absolutely door bangs the 747 into Brundage. Nowhere for Brundage to go. He's going to be, well, you know, for lack of a better term, balls deep in that number 747. All right, so caution flag comes out here for the second time tonight. We are going to get a 5-lap shootout here. Can Ward hold on? Yeager putting the pressure on him. It's going to be cool tires. That bottom side is going to rip here early on in this restart. Yeager might not even need to throw a slider. He might be able to roll that bottom in 1 and 2. Looks like we are going green flag this time by as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Who's it going to be here tonight? Damian Ward, Dylan Yeager, Matthew Watts, Goffmanis, Tyson Banks, your top 5. And look at this, LaFon is in that number 6 spot. Green flag is out. Good jump by Damian Ward as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Yeager's going to grab the wall. That's going to give Ward a little bit of breathing room. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Coming to the line. It is going to be 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go as Damian Ward leads the field. Yeager's going to go to work out of turn number 2. He's got Watts all over the back of him, down the back straightaway, through turn number 3 and 4. Everybody running a very similar line. Watts going to try to go a little lower. Down into turn number 1 and 2. 3 laps to go for Damian Ward. This is going to get real interesting here. Watts has some speed. Yeager has reeled Ward back in as they come out of 4. 2 laps to go. Might not be washed anymore. We'll see. Here comes Yeager trying to cut down out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Look at, he set this up before. He's going to try to cut down out of the corner. Damian Ward's going to try to play a little defense. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Ward slides up the track. Here comes Yeager down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Yeager's going to try to cut up underneath them out of 4. No, he's going to give him the bumper. Out of 4, lifts up those back tires. Give the win to Damian Ward. Dylan Yeager second. Matthew Watts in third. Good racing there. It's going to be Goffmanis and Banks rounding out your top 5. Great run for LaFon. Definitely a notable mention, as it looks like Damian Ward's going to jump up here on that podium. We're going to go ahead and pause it there. We'll go through the results, and then we'll bring whoever's in the Discord in the top 3. Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. F in the chat. All right, it's going to be Damian Ward with the win. Dylan Yeager in second. That was great racing. Going to be Matthew Watts in that number 3 spot. Ryan Goffmanis in third. Going to be Tyson Banks, or Goffmanis in fourth. Going to be Tyson Banks in fifth. Jordan LaFon in 6th. Dalton Dewart in 7th. Going to be Devin Howard in that number 8 spot. Brian Hodge gets a top 10 in 9th. Going to be Trey in the number 10 spot. Michael Swink in 11th. JT Bierman in that number 12 spot. Mark Toney in the number 13 position. Brundage 14th. Ham in 15th. Schultz 16th. White in 17th. And Purcell in that number 18 position. Let's go see who is in the Discord. I know I could almost bet that Ward's going to be in there. Oh, he is. What's up, Ward?
Is up, Mr. James.
Oh, my God. You had to work for that one.
Oh, yeah.
Are we going to get megawatts in here?
I was on the pole.
Ethan says, let's go, D Ward. Are we getting Watts in here? Where's he at?
We couldn't get lucky enough not to.
Well, good run here tonight. We'll see if Watts shows up. Good run here tonight. Had to battle for the lead. Dewart was out front. You had to make your way around Yeager, which is never easy. Then you get around Dewart. You pull away, lap traffic, couple taps on the wall, bring the field back in. Gets pretty crazy there, and the caution flag comes out, and you guys reset. What was your mind state about that point? I mean, it was starting to get crazy, and getting Yeager back close to you is definitely got to be a little nerve-wracking.
Oh, 100%. And Yeager's no slouch. I mean, he is a Pro Series driver, so to be able to get around him and Dalton, man, that was probably the hardest part of the race. Other than the fact that frames were not on my side about midway, when as soon as I'd start to be able to see the back of the pack, frames would start dropping hardcore. And whoever came out there at the end and who came out of the pits when we were coming around, their dust definitely started to attack the frames on my PC, but kept a level head on it, and Rockefeller on the spotter stand just kept me cool, calm, collected, and yeah, we were able to pick up a second top split opener win this season, number 4 for me. And what week is this, James?
6.
Week 6. So that's opener number 5 this season for the Thrill Factory. So glad I can continue to do that for the team.
You know, Yeager did not make it easy. I was going to ask you about that battle. He really had the bottom side working a little bit better than expected, and he got in a position to be able to slide you in 1 and 2, and you guys were going back and forth a little bit. I think one time you were kind of saved by that late caution there, but really got intense, and You had to play a lot of defense there. I mean, he had a fast car.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think I cooked the tires a little bit going towards the front, and like I said, Jaeger's no slouch. So when he started showing the nose down in turn one, I knew I had to start playing some games, figuring out where he was going to make the move, and the cut down in 1 and 2 was perfect and was just enough for me to get back by him down the back stretch going into turn 3. I don't think the cut down was there as much in 3 and 4 as I needed it to be, so I just made sure that if he had to throw a move or make anything at all, I made sure he did it in turn 1.
He lifted
Just
the
had to
back
outsmart
tires
a
up a
Pro
little
Series
bit.
driver. Oh, a couple times.
Brody, thank you for the follow. What's up, Asher? So obviously Braden says, "Whoa, D Ward," which I said the D stands for danger, not Damien. And Debbie said, "Way to get it done, Damien." But great run here tonight. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, I got to thank Outlaw Virtual Graphic Designs for this beautiful car that was supposed to be debuted last week, but missed the opener. The Throw Factory, Ethan Bill, Aaron Rockefeller, those guys, when they put their heads together, they build a pretty gnarly setup. Rocky Photography, BNC, Field Car Motorsports, my dad, my girlfriend, my mom, my grandmother, my brother Braden, Xavier, all those guys watching. Uncle Adam possibly might be in the chat. I sent it to a couple new people that I was talking to about iRacing. I thank all those guys for tuning in. You for putting on the stream, and the whole Thrill Factory team for really rallying behind me in those last couple laps.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys sharing it and getting your family out there. I have a lot of fun interacting with everybody. So, and I'm pretty good at remembering everybody. So, but great run here tonight. Maybe we'll see you Wednesday at Lucas. If not, we're at Knoxville next week.
Season. Okay, you might see me at Knoxville. Lucas Oil, possibility.
All right, buddy. Go enjoy the win, and I will catch you later.
Thank you. Glad you're doing well after the incident this week.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, Damian Ward, our winner for the big blocks. Don't go anywhere. We're just jumping into another session. I'm going to go ahead and close out of this session. We're going to the super late models at Lanier. Should be a good one here tonight. Might see Dylan over there too, putting on another show for us. That race was phenomenal. Now we got to go to Lanier for the super late models. That could be a good one. It probably will be. Let's go see who we got in there. Let me turn on some tunes while we get over there. All right, jumping over to the super race. Let's go ahead and jump in there. 6440 SOF, which is actually a little lighter than I expected, but still not a bad SOF. So we got 3 more races here tonight. We got the super late models coming up. After that, we're going to have 360 sprints closing the night out here tonight at Williams Grove with the UMP Modifieds. You don't want to miss the rest of the action here tonight. Definitely could be wild. And the 360s being at Lanier also could actually help bloat the field a little bit, get a few more people in there. As we jump into this session, let me tell you who is in here. We got Chase Copeland, Connor New, Coy Valise, Yeager's in there, Tolson's in there, Stuckwich is in there, Lingron's in there, Selby's in there, Watts is in there, Waddell is in there, Riley Knoll made it over there, Mark's in there, Orr's in there, Banks is in there, Cuddy's in there, Mitzner's in there. Nice to see Mitzner. And Zach James, just to give a few. We're doing supers next. We just did big blocks, doing supers next. Getting into that session right now. Be there in, I don't know. It says we're 56% loaded, but that won't take very long. 75 now. Sometimes it likes to slow down like it just did. All right. Now it's getting us in there. Oh, you can hear them. You can hear those cars. Let's go ahead and pull up the supers. As right now it is Dylan Yeager at the top of the charts. Did not miss a beat. What's up, Remington? That's somebody I know we'll see on Wednesday, right? Right? You better say yes. Ty Lounsbury in that number 2 spot, and Connor New in 3rd, Matthew Watts 4th, and Brennan in that number 5 spot. Looks like we got 26 cars going into tonight's racing. That means we're going to be sending 6 home here tonight after the LCQ. All right, Lucas Oil should be a good one, and then Knoxville. Knoxville will get a lot of people. I have a feeling Knoxville will be a busy race. All right, so these guys putting some laps in. Looks like Banks made it over here. Tyler Orr out on the track. Good to see him. Nathan Waddell, everybody's favorite former pro driver, out there on the track. Dylan Yeager still ripping that number 48, currently at the top of the charts. I don't think anybody's going to go ahead and beat him out because that is going to be the end of qualifying. We're going to get, or practice, we're going to get into qualifying. Let's see who is going to be the first one to jump out on the track. Let's see, 26 cars to choose from. A lot of people about to hit the track and put down their qualifying runs. Who's your favorite? Let me know in the chat. Thought they were super lates. You want to see some fun dirt stock cars? Come on Wednesday. We do the ARCA cars on dirt on Wednesday, and they race so freaking well. A lot of people compare them to like the pro stocks or the hobby stocks. Great racing. You don't want to miss that one. Looks like Scott Marek going to be the first one out on the track in that number 8 machine. So Scott going to start lap number 1 in the number 8. We're going to see where he's able to put that thing here tonight as he heads through turn number 1 and 2. Looking pretty smooth right now. I don't know if smooth is fast, but we're about to find out what kind of lap time he puts down as he comes across the line. He's going to start us out with a... It did not count his lap. Did he tap the wall? Oh, no. Scott tapped the wall and did not count his lap, but we got Lingron out on the track in the number 1. Lingron going to come down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Let's see where he'll set the bar here tonight as he comes across the line. It is going to be quick time with a 13.00. Is that a 9? You guys can see it better than me. Looks like a 9 to me as Lingron takes that quick time. Oh, no, that's a 3. A 003. Let's see. Is there a way for me to pull this out? All right, I got to figure that out later. I have so much trouble reading that quick time as Selby goes quick time. Selby goes quick time with a 13.018, and there goes Dylan Yeager. Matthew Watts, Megawatts with a 12.974. Connor New with a 12.933. They are ripping those times. Cuddy's going to be up there in the top 5. Holy cow, fast lap after fast lap. Will Nathan Waddell do the same thing as Riley Knoll? Going to jump up to the number 11 spot. Here comes Nathan Waddell out of turn at number 4. Hit the wall lap 1, yeah. As Nathan Waddell going to go third quick with a 12.951. It is getting exciting out here tonight. Holy cow. What lap time did he get on lap 1? Because it looked pretty clean. I don't know if he was like top 5, but it definitely looked like a nice clean lap. As we are going to get ready for heat race number 1 as they get out on the track. Thankfully, Daryl gets out on the track pretty quick, gives me a spot to click onto as we get ready for heat race number 1. I always love it when I know what the numbers are for the top guys that have not gotten out there yet, because man, it sucks when it's new people. Starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 1, our quick time, it is going to be the 3:27 of Hayden Tolson. Outside of him in the number 5 machine, everyone's favorite former pro driver, Nathan Waddell. Starting inside row number 2 in the number 23 machine, it is going to be Will Cuddy. Starting outside of him in the number 46, it's going to be Matt Selby. Starting inside row number 3 in the number 20 machine, it's going to be Ty Lounsbury. Outside of him in the number, I don't know, it is going to be Daryl Bass. Starting inside row number 4 in the number 39 machine, it is going to be Kyle Brennan. Outside of him in the number 7, it's going to be Zach James. Starting inside row number 5 in that number 1 machine, or sorry, is that it? In the number 1 machine, it is going to be Corey Roberts. Outside of him in the number 74 or 99, it's going to be Clay Kruer. Then it's going to be Corey Roberts, or Tyson Bakes, Dylan, and Mitzner as the green flag is out. I was trying to figure out who was who. Retired with a kid now. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, it's going to be Waddell on the high side as Tolson holds strong down on the bottom. Out of turn number 4, it's going to be Waddell leading lap number 1. Selby going to follow him through as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Definitely looking like the top side is in, bottom side is not, as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Big slide out of Daryl Bass out of turn number 4. He's about run over out of turn 4 as they head into 1 and 2. There's 26 tonight, and they're going to take 18 into the feature. 26. So we are sending a few home. Mitzner going to be off. No, Mitzner's just running real low. Showed him off the track as we move back up to the front. Here comes Tolson looking back up underneath Selby as they come down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Waddell going to lead the way as they come out of turn number 4. It is getting crazy. Is Selby going to bang the wall? And Tolson on the binders. That's going to open the door for Cuddy. Cuddy down low, down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. He's going to slide it up the track. No room to slide. Here comes Daryl Bass out of turn 4. Bass going to try to take advantage. He's going to toss it into turn number 1 and 2. Slides up the track. Cuddy with a big run out of 2. He's going to keep the spot as they head into 3 and 4. Bass going to try to slide up again as Cuddy going to pull out of turn number 4. Keeps that number 4 spot as they head into 1 and 2. Back in line, single file. Who is in our transfer spot is going to be Kyle Brennan in the 39. He's got plenty of room. Back to Mitzner as Mitzner has his hands full. Dylan into the inside wall out of turn number 4. Side by side. Oh, they're going to be 3 wide, maybe 4 as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for 3 and 4. Pretty crazy up here as there's contact. Oh, they turn them around. Big wreck into turn number 3 and 4. Zach's going to get the worst of that as he bangs the wall out of turn 4. Checkered flag is out. It's going to be Waddell, Selby, Tolson, Cuddy, Bass, Lounsbury, Brennan go to the feature. Mitzner, Roberts, Dylan, Clewell, Banks, and James going to the consi. Yeah, it'll be a lot of single file. This is one of those tracks that were way better before the build. I felt like it was a lot more versatile. All right, let's get ready here for heat race number 2. Starting on the pole in that number 10 machine, it is going to be Connor New. Outside of him in the number 11, it's going to be Matthew Megawatts. Starting inside row number 2 in that number 48 machine is going to be Dylan Yeager. Outside of him in the number 3, it's going to be Tyler Orr. Starting inside row number 3 in that number 1 machine, it's going to be Joey Lingron. Outside of him in the 07, it's going to be Riley Knoll. Starting inside row number 4 here tonight in that 08 machine, it's going to be JP Shed. Outside of him in the number 17, it's going to be Coy Valise. Starting inside row number 5, it is going to be Tyler Spardley. Outside of him in the number 1, it's going to be Chase Copeland. Then rounding out the rest of the field here tonight, it is going to be Ethan Stuckwidge in the number 35. Starting inside row number 6, outside of him, it is going to be Logan Trimmer, and then rounding out the field here tonight in that number 8 machine, it's going to be Scott Marek. As they head through turn number 3 and 4, green flag is out. It was really good in the ARCA cars. It actually races really well in those, but not anything else. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, going to be Connor New leading the way. Matthew Watts going to throw the slide into 1 and 2. Here comes Yeager back down low. Yeager going to roll it down in the bottom in turn number 3 and 4. How many total? Oh, I already answered that. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, side by side. Watts going to throw the slide in 1 and 2. Yeager with a good run out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, looks for the number 2 spot, slides up the track. Big slide. Oh my God. Lingron throws a massive slide in that number 1 machine. Out of turn. Oh, contact. Big save by Lingron as Copeland gets in the back of him. Oh, here comes Stuckwood. Stuckwood is going to stuck it right into JP. JP up the track. Out of turn number 4, 3 wide in the back as they head into turn number 1 and 2. It is getting crazy back here, but here comes the battle for second. Slide job by Yeager, cut down by Watts. Watts going to cut down out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, front straightaway, down into 1 and 2. Slides up the track. Yeager with the cut down out of 2. Man, I was on the wrong side of the track for a minute. Yeager up the track. Watts back with the cut down. Great battle for second as they come across the line. It is going to be 2 laps to go. Out of turn number 2, up the track for Watts. Here comes Yeager back to the bottom as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Big contact as they're 3 wide into turn number 3. Orr's going to make contact with Watts. Had a little bit of help from Noel. Noel slides up the track as they come out of turn number 2. Yeager takes that number 2 spot after that contact. So Battle is going to go to third. Big slide out of the 11 as he almost goes around down into 1 and 2. Checkered flag is out. It's going to be Connor New, Dylan Yeager, Noel, Watts, Orr, Lingron, Copeland go to the feature here tonight. Stuckwood, Mark, Trimmer, Shed, Spartley, and Belize going to the Consi. JP just said, this is a mistake. All right, starting on the pole here tonight in the LCQ, and I just realized that I had the wrong frickin' track name in there. Let me fix that because I'm a moron. Starting on the pole here tonight in the LCQ, it is going to be Zachary Mitzner in the number 17, just in case you didn't realize that. What the fuck am I typing? Holy shit. All right. Outside of him, in the number 35, it's going to be Ethan Stuckwood. Starting inside, row number 2 here tonight in that number 1 machine, it's going to be Corey Roberts. Outside of him, in the number 8, it's going to be Scott Marek. Starting inside, row number 3, it is going to be Dylan DeMastro. Outside of him, it's going to be Logan Trimmer. Starting inside, row number 4, it's going to be Clayton Clewell. Sorry, it gets hard to read the screen that I'm reading in OBS. Outside of him, it is going to be JP Shed. Then rounding out the rest of the field here tonight is going to be Tyson Banks starting in 9th, Tyler in 10th, Zach in 11th, Coy Valise in 12th as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, looking for the green flag, this time by... It thinks I'm not active on TikTok. Sorry about that, guys. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. I had to finish a puzzle. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, going to be Zachary leading the way. Here comes Stuckwood looking down low as they come out of turn number 4 as Mitzner going to lead that time by. Stuckwood in the number 2 spot. Oh, contact, Mark with big contact. He's going to fall back to 5th. Dylan just absolutely demolished that number 8 as they come through turn number 3 and 4. Dylan now in a transfer spot as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Oh my God. I'm glad I got that off because that would have gotten me banned on TikTok. as they come out of turn number 2 down the back, or 4 down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Zachary Mitzner going to continue to lead. Ethan Stuckwich in second. Corey Roberts in third. Dylan DeMastro in that number 4 spot as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway. Battle's going to be for first person going home. Here comes Coy Valise, and he's going to slide in 1 and 2. Coy's going to slide up the track. Here comes Scott back down low into turn number 3 and 4. Battle just ahead as Dylan tries to get up underneath Roberts out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Dylan DeMastro all over the back of Corey Roberts as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Dylan down low, rolls the bottom, down the front straightaway. Give the spot to Dylan that time by. I'll tell you what, Coy has broken away and starting to pull away from that group. Could he put himself up in this battle for that final transfer spot as they come out of turn number 4 with 3 laps to go? Battling for the number 3 spot. Definitely not helping these guys. Dylan has it. Slides up the track. Corey Roberts going to fight back on the outside. Down through turn number 3 and 4. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Is it too late for the number 17 machine of Coy Valise? Out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Looking for 3 and 4. It's going to be Zachary Mitzner leading the way. Ethan Stuckwich second. White flag is out. We're going to keep an eye on this battle for third as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, I might need to move up here as Stuckwood tries to get close enough as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Give it to Mitzner. In that number 17 machine, Stuckwood second. DeMastro in third. Corey Roberts in fourth. Valise, Mark, Clewell, Shed, Spardley, Janes, Banks, and Trimmer going home. That's a lot of cars going home. All right, guys, we know what time it is. It is time for tonight's starting lineup. Starting on the pole here tonight in that number 5 machine, it is going to be Nathan Waddell. Starting outside of him in the number 10 machine, it is going to be Connor New. Starting inside, row number 2 in the number 46 machine, it is going to be Matt Selby. Outside of him in the number 48, it's going to be Dylan Yeager. Starting inside, row number 3 in the 327, it is going to be Hayden Tolson. Outside of him in the 07, it's going to be Riley Knoll. Starting inside, row number 4 in the number 23 machine, it's going to be Willie Cuddy. Outside of him, in the number 11, it's going to be Matthew Megawatts. Starting inside, row number 5, it is going to be Daryl Bass. Outside of him, in the number 3 machine, it is going to be Tyler Orr. Starting inside, row number 6, it is going to be the number 20 of Ty Lounsbury. Outside of him, in the number 1, it's going to be Joey Lingron. Then rounding out the rest of the field here tonight in 13th, it's going to be Kyle Brown and Chase Copeland 14th, Mitzner 15th, Stuckwood 16th, Dylan DeMastro in 17th, and Corey Roberts in that number 18 spot as the green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway down into turn number 1 and 2. It is 2 and 3 wide through the pack as the top 3 get single file as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Waddell going to lead the way out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Battle's going to be for that number 4 spot as Tolson tries to get the edge on Yeager as they come down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4 as Tolson going to take that spot. Yeager's going to try to slide into place in that number 5 spot as he does into turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, 3 wide behind these guys into turn number 3 and 4. Good run, Zachary. Good run, Zachary. Down into turn number 1 and 2, going to be Nathan Waddell leading the way. Caution flag comes out. Oh, what happened to Watts? We're going to have to back it up a little bit further than that to see what happened. Oh, he's going to get in the back of Riley here. Him and Riley get together. Oh, that breaks the right front, I'm pretty sure, on that number 11 machine. Unfortunate for Watts here tonight. We'll see if he can get down there, get that fixed, and able to get back out on the track, but definitely some big damage on that number 11. They're so limited on where they and how they can pit here and how to run this pit lane. That is devastating for the number 11. As Nathan Waddell leads the way into turn number 3 and 4. Let's see if they get that one to go this time by. So Watts on pit road, Stuckwich on pit road. Stuckwich already pulling off as it looks like we are going green flag this time by. Eli Jones, thank you for the follow. How is Twitch looking? Twitch looking pretty good. Got a couple new follows out there. Appreciate those follows, guys. Joycelyn, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. Nathan Waddell. Going to lead the way out of turn number 2. Here comes Connor New. Connor New goes to the bottom, bangs the inside wall, almost up into Waddell as they come out of turn number 4. Side by side behind him, here comes the kid, Hayden Tolson, to the bottom through turn number 1 and 2, down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Nose to tail for the top 2. Connor New going to get in the back of Waddell, shoots up the track. That's going to open the door for Tolson. Tolson going to get up underneath, down into turn number 1 and 2. They're 2 and 3 wide behind him out of turn number 2. Tolson gets the run on the bottom side. Here comes Connor New trying to fight back as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway. Good run for New. New got it at the line as they head through turn number 1 and 2. He's got that top side starting to dig. Is that where the track is right now as they head through turn number 3 and 4? Out of turn number 4, Waddell continues to lead the way as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Are we going to get a Waddell interview here tonight? What's up, Brady? What's up, buddy? Down into turn number 3 and 4. Waddell going to lead the way. Battle for second. Connor New's going to win that battle. Tolson falls in line as here comes Matt Selby in that number 46. Great run for the 46 as he almost gets in the back of Tolson as they head through 3 and 4. Connor New definitely has that thing. We have another race for sure. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Is it Miken? Am I saying that right? As they head through turn number 3 and 4. Connor New to the lead. Here comes Waddell back down low. Waddell going to sit in line as Connor New takes the lead. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Going to be Connor New leading the way. Nathan Waddell in second. Tolson continuing to roll the bottom as they come out of turn number 4. Tolson is the only one that is completely committed to the bottom up at the front of the field. He is rolling the bottom pretty good right now as everybody else seems to be rolling that top side. Looks like we got one down on pit road. That is Matthew Watts. He might be coming back off of pit road. Not sure if he got back out in time yet as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Connor New continues to lead the way. Tolson starting to get that bottom side to dig as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Looks like we're starting to get a little black on the slick in 1 and 2. We're going to jump on board with Connor New, with Tolson, as he has got the best view of it since he's driving through it. But it definitely looks like they're starting to leave some rubber down in the slick in turn number 1 and 2. Will that wake that line up? Back up to the top as they come out of turn number 4. Frame drops as they come down the front straightaway. You have an idea for WoO. Okay, tell me. Thank you, Brady. Appreciate that. As they come out of turn... It's not wide open. That's not WoO. It's not wide open. That'd be far from wide open in the Gen 4. As they head through turn number 1 and 2, Tolson continues to roll that bottom. Selby has some company as Tyler Orr rolls the bottom through turn number 3 and 4. He's in the pink, black, and white number 3 machine as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Yeager sits in 6 right now, not able to stay with them as they come down the back straightaway. What are we doing? What race is that? We got 360s after this, and then we got UMP Modifieds. That's what we got after this. We started with big blocks, now on the supers, then 360 sprints, and then UMP Modifieds, and that will be the night. 360s will be here. UMPs will be Williams Grove. They're all top split officials. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Here comes Tyler Orr looking down low into turn number 1 and 2. Tolson still trying to dig up underneath the 5 of Nathan Waddell. Can't quite get there. Gets back in line as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Single file for those guys. Battle's going to be for that number 4 position. Tyler Orr. Yeah, they're all officials tonight. Yes. As they come through turn number 3 and 4. I always do officials Monday nights. It's the first top split officials for big blocks and supers. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, looking for 3 and 4. Tyler Orr sits in that number 5 spot as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, gets back in line. Not able to make the pass as the top side seems to be pretty dominant right now. As we move back in the pack, absolute chaos as they come out of turn number 2. Dylan Yeager struggling as Riley Knoll going to make his way around. Yeager now back to the number 7 spot. Knoll ripping that top side through turn number 1 and 2. When that bottom side comes in, as we are halfway through this one, going to be 26 complete, 24 to go as they come across the line. That bottom side will come in here tonight, and we will see these guys starting to move to the bottom. Some of these guys that have been running the bottom will probably start to move forward as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Caution flag comes out. All right, looks like Lingron's going to have issues. Let's see what happened to Kyle Brennan, though. A little bit of contact there. Oh, torpedo just absolutely demolishes the door of Lingron and then gets turned around hard into the wall down the front straightaway. That might be the end of Kyle Brennan's night as the caution flag comes out for the second time tonight. So Connor New has taken the lead here, has not looked back, but don't count out the 5. I don't think you can count anybody out. Yeah, RIP to that guy for sure. As these guys head through turn number 3 and 4, let's see how quick we get that one to go. Looks like Mitzner on pit road. Ethan Stuckwich on pit road. Brennan probably took the tow. He's on pit road, and Matthew Watts is gone. All right, so that's where we stand right now. You can see the 2 on pit road as they are at the top of the board for whatever reason. As the green flag is out. Green flag is out as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Connor New going to lead the way. They're going to go 3 wide for second. Out of 2, Selby sticks it up there. He's side by side with Tolson into turn number 3 and 4. Waddell not trying to let the 10 get away this time as they head down into turn number 1 and 2. It is absolute chaos. Back in the pack from about 4th on back as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Selby says, let's make it 3rd on back as he comes to the high side of Tolson out of turn number 4. Not quite able to get there as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2. How about Tyler Orr? Tyler Orr has had a phenomenal race here tonight. And oh, Selby into the back of the 327 of Tolson. Tolson able to hold on to it. Selby going to come down into the 3 of Orr. They're going to be 3 wide for 3rd. Out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number... Selby's fixing to wad him up as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Tyler going to slide up in front of Selby. Selby going to get all over the back of him. Gets up underneath them into turn number 3 and 4. No contact there as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Single file into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Daryl Bass in that green machine as he makes his way around Selby. Selby stays on the gas into turn number 3 and 4. Hits the cushion through turn number 3 and 4. Will he get the run down the front straightaway? Big run down the front straightaway all over the back of Bass as Bass rolls the bottom in 1 and 2. Man, there's a lot of rubber in turn number 1 and 2 on that bottom side as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Yeager in the 48. He's up underneath Selby as Cuddy is trying to follow him through. Down into turn number 1 and 2, 3 wide as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. This is for the number 6 spot as they are 3 wide into turn number 3 and 4, and all around the track is Selby going to come out ahead into turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Let's go take a look at the battle for the lead. Connor New continues to lead as Waddell is all over the back of him. Waddell is super smooth right now. He might be saving quite a bit as they are closing in. 14 laps to go as they head into 3 and 4. Tires. They do make a difference in these supers as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Waddell is so good in 1 and 2. He's going to close the gap down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. They're going to get 12 to go at the line. 12 more laps to go. 12 more laps to go. Waddell up underneath Connor New, letting him know he's there. There's a drag race down the back straightaway. New's going to easily keep the lead into turn number 3 and 4, but Waddell letting him know he's there as it looks like we got Stuckwich just ahead, about to go a lap down as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, Connor New continues to lead the way down into turn number 3 and 4. Looks like Tolson is closing the gap. Could we end up with a 3-car battle for the lead as they have 10 laps to go into turn number 1 and 2? Tolson trying the slider, had to back out of it, not to kill Waddell as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4. Tolson is all but there, so we got 2 cars looking. Yeah, Waddell is looking real good in the number 5. As New continues to lead, Waddell putting the work on him as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Jumping on board with Waddell. Lap traffic up ahead. Listen to how easy he is on this throttle. It's all about throttle control as this track has gotten slick as they head through turn number 3 and 4, trying to get up underneath Connor New as they come across the line. 7 laps to go. Gonna try something a little bit different. Pedals it through the slick out of turn number 2. Down into 3 and 4. He's gonna do the same in turn number 3 and 4. The track is starting to rubber up. Will that make that bottom side fast as they come out of turn number 2 with 6 laps to go? I'll tell you what, Tyler Orr is trying to join the party in the number 3 machine. He has followed Tolson as we got a 4-car battle now up at the front. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, Waddell did a little experimenting, lost some ground on Connor New. 4 laps to go. Can Waddell get back up to the bumper of that number 10 as they head through turn number 1 and 2? Tolson into the back of Waddell just a little bit. Waddell barely phased as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, it is going to be Connor New continuing to lead. Waddell going to go back to the bottom of turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, New's going to have the run as they head through turn number 3 and 4. New into the wall. Waddell right there as they come across the line. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Waddell trying to get something to work. Can't quite get the bottom side to go. I'm actually surprised the bottom side is not dominant at this point as they head through turn number 3 and 4. White flag in the air. 1 more lap to go. Waddell going to send it in hard down on the bottom. Stays all the way on the bottom out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Too little, too late as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Give the win to Connor New. Nathan Waddell second. Hayden Tolson, Tyler Orr, and Daryl Bass, your top 5. Well, now we got a little bit of time to kill. What time does the next official go up? That was a pretty smooth race there, honestly. All right, so 360s. We got about 7 minutes. We're going to go through these results. I'm pretty sure that Waddell will show up. We'll see. Waddell, if you're out there, show up. As it is going to be Connor New with the win here tonight. Nathan Waddell in second. Hayden Tolson in third. Going to be Tyler Orr in that number 4 spot. Daryl Bass in 5th. Dylan Yeager in 6th. Going to be Chase Copeland in that number 7 spot. Matthew Selby in 8th. Cuddy in 9th. Going to be Corey Roberts in the number 10 spot. Joey Lingron in 11th. With Dylan DeMastro in 12th. Going to be Zachary Mitzner in 13th. Ty Lounsbury in 14th. Ethan Stuckwich in 15th. Going to be Riley Knoll in 16th, Kyle Brennan 17th, and Matthew Watts in that number 18 position. Let's go see if anybody's in here. Who do we got in the Discord? Let's see. Where is Discord? There it is. Nathan Waddell, please come to the interview booth with Nathan Waddell. All right, we'll see if Nathan Waddell shows up. A great race in there tonight. We got about 6 minutes until we get into the 360 race, as that goes up at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, I don't see Nathan yet. Let's see if he's down in one of these Discords. I can jump down. Hold on, I'll DM him. I'll DM him. Hold on, we're gonna DM. I just asked him if he was gonna come visit. We'll see what he does. If he comes over here and gives us a couple words of wisdom as we get ready for tonight's 360 race. Who else do they got over there? Let's see. Linger on, then there's... All right. Let's see. Nathan Waddell is still over there. He has not made it over here yet. I do have our third place drivers, but I don't... nope. I thought he was jumping over. Let's see. Where is... There they are. I don't see them over there, so they're not over there. Let's see if anybody else has jumped into the Discord. Nobody has. You missed the whole thing. We got 2 more races coming up. I'm waiting 4 minutes. We'll be jumping over to the 360s. Yes, we're doing the UMPs too. What's up, Brett? Man, Waddell doesn't like me anymore. And all this time, I thought me and Waddell were friends. That's it. I'm only talking to Keith now, who doesn't ever run. You know, it's ironic that Waddell quits streaming and Keith quits racing. I don't ever see him on. I'm sure he does some hosted every once in a while, but it is kind of funny. Oh, there he is. He just jumped over, I think. He did. I was like, please come over. I need somebody to talk to for 3 more minutes. What's up, Nathan?
Yo, what's good?
You know, I find it ironic that you quit streaming and Keith quits racing.
Yeah. He's like offline, man. I don't even hardly ever get to hear from that guy anymore.
Well, I was like, oh, fine, you're not going to come over anymore. I'll only talk to Keith. And then I'm like, well, he's never racing either, so I can't even talk to him.
But honestly, I forget about the post-race interviews.
Well, no, you're good. You're good.
Anyways, so
yeah. Well, I mean, come on, you're better than that. Yeah, you were killing it tonight. Connor took the lead away from you early on, but you dug back in there. Just couldn't seem to find the lane that had enough speed to get around him. But you definitely had the speed at the end if you could have found your way around him.
Yeah, and me and him were talking about that after the race. You know what? I was kind of. You know how Lanier is, man. Sometimes it can just be so bottom dominant, and I didn't practice at all, so I had no clue what to expect going into the feature there, especially starting from the pole. And so I was just kind of running bottom, and then I saw him go up to the top, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna throw the slide up there to get up there and hope that he doesn't have a good enough run to slide me. But of course he did. And so whenever he took the lead, I was like, you know, I don't want to lock us into a battle here and cause us to lose any more spots. So I told him, like, you know, just take it. And I was cool with just riding behind him for a little bit. And I was actually, you know, Connor's obviously one of the best. So it felt pretty good to be able to ride so close behind him there. Even though he was a little bit faster, like mid race. And then after that restart, I was really pleasantly surprised with how fast we were. Just like you said, man, just not quite close enough to really be able to throw anything on him. But I think, you know, the Majula C Speed Shop car was obviously very, very fast. It was, you know, surprising to go up there to the top at Lanier, but you know, hey, I'm excited for a second place finish. I mean, I only get to race about once a week now, and last week we got taken out. So second, like I said to Connor, is not too shabby.
Yeah, it seems like whenever you come in here and you run quick, you have like Majules comes in or Connor comes in or somebody, those guys that are always hard to beat. And you come out here, have another good race. It was really weird because usually the top blows off and the bottom looked like it actually rubbered in 1 and 2, and it didn't seem to really have the speed out yet.
Well, to be honest, I don't know what was going on behind me. I was just kind of locked in on trying to catch up with Connor and stay with Connor. So I don't know. Maybe someone further in the back was making the bottom work. I wanted to try it there. Like, I wanted to try it right before that caution we had at lap 27. But you don't want to try it and then lose a spot because of it. So I was just kind of locked in one of those situations where if you move out of line, you risk losing a spot or two. So it could have been good. I don't really know, but it was definitely surprising to see the top stay good for as long as it did, because like I said, it usually locks down right there around the bottom. And I think maybe us starting on a completely fresh track might have helped with that, along with maybe whatever weather settings there are. But yeah, second place, like I said to Connor, man, I only get to run like once a week, so to get on and be able to compete with the best of the best whenever some of these guys are able to run a little bit more than me, and makes me have a little bit of pride in the fact that I still got it. You know what I mean? We're a dad, we're over 30, man. I'm getting old, man. I'm an OG, I'm an unk. So this just goes to show that us old guys can still do it.
There's hope for me then. Okay.
Well, no, I didn't say that.
That would make me like a grand unk. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Look, 30 is rough though. I don't know how it was for you, but I had my son when I was 30. So that was tough because I turned 30 and he was born the next month.
Yeah, actually very similar to my, Penelope was born 4 days before my 30th birthday. So,
okay.
But it's been great, honestly. Like, I don't really feel any different. I don't feel any different than I did whenever I was 20, but it's just how it is in esports and, maybe not so much with racing, but, online gaming in general. Like, the younger you are, the more time you have, maybe the faster your reactions are. So it, it's like a 30-year-old shouldn't be competing. Nah, I don't know. It's just a joke, but it is nice to be able to compete with guys like Connor and Hayden Tollison and Selby and Jaeger. It was a pretty stout field, so just to be able to run second, I really wish we could have got the win, but Connor's very, very fast, and to be able to be right there with him feels pretty good.
Tommy said, just wait till you're 40 and have 4 of them.
I know. Well, I don't know about 4 of them. I hope to make it to 40 though, but I don't know about having 4 kids. But hopefully I'll still be able to compete at this level whenever I'm 40. But
I'm gonna stick with my 2 at 29. I just celebrated my 29th birthday. So
yeah, that's funny.
All right, good run here tonight. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, of course. Like I said, Julia C Speed Shop. Use code PlumWild. This the setup was directly off the site. Was on the feature set. It was ripping. Me and Connor were both on it. We talked about it. I got to thank Top Shelf Graphics for the wrap that we got on. This wrap's so sick. I got to thank Just Junk Motorsports. Let's see, who else do we have on the car? Oh, Knowles Race Parts and Bodies, of course. Shout out to Jake Knowles. Hope he gets to doing better. I have got to look and see what else we have.
It's been so long you forgot.
Yeah, it really has. D Keith Speed, of course. Shout out to my boy Keith. In case y'all didn't know, Kiefer's running at the Dome. Y'all be sure to tune in and cheer him on. And yeah, thank you for broadcasting these races, man. Even if I don't get to race them, I always love going back and watching the openers just to see how things went.
Yeah, I love coming on and having fun and interacting with everybody that comes every week. It's so much fun. You know that. You've done plenty of streaming. That's like the best part.
Oh, of course. Yeah, it's the fans.
It's and the family. I get a lot of
Yeah.
the family of the drivers, which is absolutely amazing. Because, I mean, I'm going to trigger some people, but what kind of video game does your family ever get involved in? Nothing else is like iRacing. Nobody else's
Exactly.
family tunes in to watch and play frickin' Fortnite, or whatever else
Hey.
people are playing anymore.
Shout out to the 3Fs, man. Friends, family, and females.
Yes. I need some more females in my life, but yeah. But
Hey, yeah.
great run tonight, bud. I appreciate you.
Thank you, James. Have a good night, man.
You too, bud. Nathan with a solid second place finish here. I've been good. How have you been? Chevy, how you doing? All right, so we got a good field for the 360s here tonight. Looks like we are sending one person home here tonight. It is 360s at Lanier, and then we're going to jump into the UMP Modifieds at Williams Grove. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. It is going to be 30 laps for the main event. Your oldest is 18, so almost out. Yeah. So I started at 30, so now I'm going to tell her. Well, I mean, if anybody did the math earlier, they would have figured it out. But my son's 14, and it's hard to think that 3.5 years, I'll be halfway done. And my daughter will be 11 next month on the 28th. So, man, how do you drive these? I have no loud pedal on the right. That's all I know. You know what? When they changed the tire model, I got these a lot better, but I am still not very fast at these. I feel you there, Remington. I would be the same way. All right, we're going to get into qualifying here tonight. Been doing all right, just trying to... Yeah, it's pretty intense over there from what I hear. Hopefully it doesn't all blow up in smoke. All right, we are going to try to get out here as it looks like... Remington, you're out there. Oh, my God. Oh, Remington's out there. Good luck, buddy. Good luck. Remington in the number 16. We're going to watch him. His first qualifying attempt in a 360 ever. What's up, Rich? I see you out there. As Remington's going to roll through turn number 3 and 4. Let's see what kind of lap time he puts down. Hey. As he's going to come across the line with a 12.121. I don't even know if he's got a setup. As Tyler Muller is going to come out with a 11.934 with the quick time, as Remington's going to end up on his lid in the number 46. Josiah Johnson, sorry, going to come out with an 11.2. Is that 2? Am I reading? I'm reading that wrong. 938. I can't read those fucking numbers. I'm going to. Yeah, he has been. He's been doing good, Rich. A lot of people giving him props, too. Got Aiden Price out there in the number 49. He should be fast here tonight. Oh, he gets the wall in 3 and 4 right as I said that. You guys going anywhere this winter, Rich? Doing any traveling? Gage Garcia going to go quick time out there with an 11 point. Man, I can't read that. I'm feeling old when I see that. Hold on, we're going to get it to where I can read these numbers. 11.890 as Aiden Price going to come across with an 11.935. Caden Berry going to come out with an 11.917. He's got a big block ride at Florida. Nice. That'd be great. That would be great. All right, we got Aiden Forster out there right now, and we know he's going to be quick in the number 20 machine as he comes out of turn number 4 across the line. Wow, he's 7th quick with an 11.912. Look how close these times are. These guys are pretty freaking close in lap times. So qualifying going to be done after that as we get ready to jump into... Oh, my God, I moved that. My bad. My bad, guys. I was trying to read it and I moved it on you guys. I'm sorry about that. As we get ready for tonight's heat race number 1, I'm dropping like a rock. You don't have very far to drop, Remington. Remember, one person goes home. Don't be that guy, Remington. Don't be that guy that goes home. All right, starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 1, it is going to be Caden Berry in the number 12. Outside of him in the number 1 machine, it's going to be Josiah Johnson. Starting inside row number 2 in the number 23 machine, it is going to be Jackson Sutton. Outside of him in the number 20, it's going to be Aiden Forster. Starting inside row number 2, it is going to be, or row number 3, it is going to be the number 49 of Aiden Price. Outside of him in the number 10 machine, it is going to be Tyler Adams. Starting inside row number 4 here tonight, in that number 43 machine, it's going to be Nick Lowry. Outside of him in the number 16, it's going to be Remington James. Then rounding out the field here tonight in the number 15 machine, it's going to be Jesse Wright. Yeah, the 12 is good for sure. We know, yeah. He ain't no joke. I will tell you that. Looking for the green flag as they head into turn number 3 and 4. This is the biggest field we've seen for the 360s. Green flag is out. Oh, Josiah tried to jump that start. That's going to get Barry a big jump into turn number 1 and 2. Battle's going to be for second as... Whoa, the 23 of Sutton going to fall like a rock as they head through 3 and 4. Top 6 going to transfer. That puts the 23 on the bubble. Here comes Lowry. Oh, we got one in the wall. It's going to be Aiden Price in the wall. Aiden Price is going to be out of this one as they come down the front straightaway. It's going to be Barry leading the way. Johnson in second, Forrester in third, Adams in fourth, Sutton in fifth. Going to be Lowry in that number 6 position as Wright and James try to... Oh, we got another wreck. Another wreck as Sutton gets the wall and goes around. Oh, that's going to put Remington James 1 spot out of the features. We got a slide by Josiah. Cut down by Barry. Down the front straightaway. 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go as Johnson going to get in the wall. That's going to cause Forrester to get him. Gives Barry a lot of breathing room as they come out of turn number 4. It is going to be 3 laps to go. Here comes Forrester. Slides into that number. Am I wrong? Oh, no. Who is in? Forster's in second. Okay, that was a battle for third. I got lost on where we were at as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Here comes Josiah. Big slide in 3 and 4. Cuts across the nose of Tyler Adams. Adams back down low into turn number 1 and 2. Side by side. They touch. They rack out of turn number 2. They're around. Facing the wrong way. That's going to put James in. Which one of these guys are going to be the final transfer? As they get the checkered flag. What? Oh, neither one of them are going to be. As Barry's going to take the win. Forrester, Laurie, Wright, James, and Sutton going to make his way into the feature. Sutton got the wall, got turned around, and still made his way into the feature.
Got stepped on it. Stepped on that little ass dick.
What a race here in heat race number 1 as we are going to get ready for heat race number 2.
Tyler,
the pace of the sprint cars is definitely different than doing the pace of anything else. So it takes me a little bit to get used to it.
You can't do that.
As we are going to get ready here for heat race number 2 as they get lined up on the track. Starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 2, it is going to be the number 71 of Gage Garcia. My bad. I didn't realize the chat was going over. Not that any of you guys minded. Outside of him, in the number 52, it's going to be Gunnar Harris. That's a name I haven't seen in a while. I used to enjoy racing with Gunnar. Starting inside, row number 2. In that number 37 machine, it's going to be Mike Snyder. Outside of him, in the number 65, it's going to be Tyler Muller. Starting inside, row number 3, it is going to be Zachary Roth. Outside of him, in the number 14 machine, it's going to be Josh Flood. Starting inside, row number 4, it is going to be the number 4C of William Clapp. Outside of him, in the number 17, it's going to be Spencer Putney. Oh my God, they're getting so freaking toxic. Green flag is out. They're already wrecking out of turn number 4. Big wreck out of turn number 4. Mike Snyder, I think, stepped on his dick a little bit there. Let's go take a look at that green flag once again. I think that was on the 37. Oh no. Gunner's going to come down, and that's going to cause a bunch of guys to wreck behind him. Reacting to that is these guys wreck, no caution in the heat races. We're going to keep it green as they head through 1 and 2. Going to be Gunnar Harris out front as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Harris leads the way. Garcia in second. Garcia going to rip the top side as they get 3 laps complete as they head into turn number 1 and 2. You did it. You did it. Down into turn number 3 and 4. It is toxic, really toxic in the chat right now as Gunnar Harris continues to lead. Garcia in second, William Clapp in third. There are only 4 cars on the track. 6 are going to make it through. It looks like Joshua and Zachary Roth are going to make it through even though they don't finish it. Here comes Garcia, slide job in 1 and 2. I'm going to turn this down because they're annoying. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Big door by Garcia up into Harris. Harris up the track. Harris going to hold on to it as they come down into turn number 1 and 2. Big slide in 1 and 2. Makes a little contact with Garcia. Garcia down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Garcia going to lead the way out of turn number 4. Harris is not happy right now. We're going to see how this ends as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Garcia continues to lead. You watch Gage race at Placerville. Does he race like that? As they come across the line, it's going to be Gage, Harris, Clapp, and Putney. Your top 4, Roth and Flood, will make it by default. Kind of, yeah. that would be sketchy in real life. What does he run in real life? All right, I'm gonna listen to this one because this one could get pretty wild. Yeah, that's got to be sketchy to run like that in real life. You hook tires in those things, you're going for a ride. All right, getting ready for the LCQ. We are sending one home out of this one as it is going to be Josiah Johnson starting on the pole here tonight in the LCQ. Outside of him, in the number 37, it's going to be Mike Snyder. Starting inside row number 2 in that number 10 machine, it's going to be Tyler Adams. Outside of him, it's going to be the number 65 of Tyler Muller. Then rounding out the field here tonight, look for him to make his way in. It is going to be the 49 of Aiden Price. I would normally guess if Aiden doesn't wreck, Aiden will be one of those people to make it in. Aiden is very good. So watch for that number 49 machine to make his way up into tonight's feature. He could even win the Consi here tonight. Justin Knox, thank you for the like. Appreciate that. As they head into turn number 3 and 4, pace lights are out. We're going to get the green flag this next time by. Josiah Johnson starting in that number 1 spot in the number 1 machine. They're going to line them up side by side. It could get crazy coming out of turn number 4 and into 1 and 2. We're going to find that out here as we look for the green flag this time by. Let me get a better view. Pace truck is in. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as Josiah going to get a nice jump down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. 3 wide as Aiden takes it to the bottom. He's already up to third. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Down into 3 and 4. A little bit of contact as there's big contact there. Oh, they're wrecking. They're wrecking in the back. They're going around. Tyler Adams around and facing the right way into 1 and 2. That's going to put him in a bad spot as Price going to slide up in turn number 3 and 4. Cut down by Johnson. Down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Slide job by Johnson. Price with a big run. He's going to slide up underneath him out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Slides up the track. Here comes Johnson trying to fight back. Has to stay in line. Down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Slide job by Johnson. Cut down by Price. Price going to run down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. What's up, Demon? As they head through turn number 3 and 4, it is going to be 4 laps complete. We got 6 laps to go. 6 laps to go as Aiden Price leads the way down the back straightaway. He's going to slide into turn number 3 and 4, gets in the wall. Here comes Johnson up behind him, making their way around lap traffic. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Tyler Adams goes 1 lap down. He's hoping these two get together, but there's a lot of separation as Price continues to lead Johnson, putting the pressure on him as they come down the front straightaway with 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go as they come down the back straightaway. Here comes Johnson. Johnson down low. Price into the wall. They touch out of turn 4. Big contact out of turn number 4. Johnson going to lift and let Price back out. I don't know if that was Johnson's fault, but Johnson going to give him the spot back as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Price going to get the wall once again down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Johnson all over the back of Price with 2 laps to go. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Johnson going to throw the slide into turn number 3 and 4, trying to find a little bit of speed. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Johnson tries to slide. It's not there. Had to back out of it as Price slides through turn number 3 and 4. Actually rips the lip that time without the wall. He's going to take the win. Johnson second. Snyder and Muller your top 4. All right, so caution, no cautions in that. Sucked for Adams, but Adams is going to be out of this one as we are going to get ready for tonight's 30-lap main event. They are distracting when they get talking too much. Well, we know what time of the night it is. It's that night we all love. And we are going to get ready for tonight's starting lineup. 16 cars taking the field here tonight. This is going to be a wild one as they get lined up for some green flag action. Starting on the pole here tonight in that number 12 machine, it's going to be Caden Berry. Outside of him in the number 71 machine, it's going to be Gage Garcia. Starting inside row number 2 in the number 20 machine, it's going to be Aiden Forrester. Outside of him in the number 54, it's going to be Gunnar Harris. Starting inside row number 3 in the number 43 machine, it's going to be Nick Lowry. Outside of him, man, I hate this shit. It's going to be William Clapp. I'm not even going to read the numbers. Starting on the inside of row number 4, it's going to be Jesse Wright. Outside of him, it's going to be Spencer Putney. Starting inside row number 5 of regular on the channel, it is going to be Remington James. Starting outside of him in the number 14 machine, it's going to be Josh Flood. Starting inside row number 6, it is going to be Sutton. Outside of him, it's going to be Zachary Roth. Then rounding out the rest of the field here tonight as they're about to go green flag racing, it is going to be Aiden Price, Josiah Johnson, Snyder, and Muller as the green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come down the back straightaway. Barry's going to lead the way through turn number 3 and 4. 3 wide per second. Slide job by Harris. Harris up the third as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, Harris has got to get on the brakes. Big wreck out of turn number 2. They kept it going straight. Oh no, they're still wrecking. Remington James caught up in that one. Well, a lot happened there. We're going to go and take a look at what happened. Just clipped Remington. Remington went in the spin cycle there. Oh, hold on. Let's go on with Remington. Let's watch Remington. Let's see how many times he rotates that number 16. Nowhere for him to go here. He's going to be the victim. Boom. Oh, that hit into the outside wall. Ton of damage on that number 16 machine. As that right front is probably broken. It looks very broken. Oh yeah, that right front is totally tore up. That is unfortunate for Remington James, as the 20 of Aiden Forrester, I think it was, goes around. That was unfortunate for him. He's got some contact out of that one, as Gunner had nowhere to go. He got caught up on the wall. That, as we are going to look for the green flag pretty quick here, as Caden Berry going to lead the field. Oh, pace truck is in. I don't think Remington is going to make it back out. Oh, he is going to make it back out. He just meant make it out a lap down, as Barry leads him into 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Battle right now is going to be for that number 2 spot. Aiden has it. Harris wants it as they come down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Looks like the 43 of Nick Laurie going to roll the bottom as Harris gets the wall out of turn number 2. Put Laurie into that number 3 spot as the caution flag comes out. Big pile up down the front straightaway. All right, we're going to see if I can find this wreck. Here it is. Here it is. All right, let's see what happened to bring out the caution flag here. Here comes the one. Oh, and he just gets him. Josiah just absolutely gets into him here. He's going to set it in, not able to keep it out of him. He's going to just slide up into the 37. Big wreck down the front straightaway. Both those cars with significant damage. I don't know how fast they're going to be, but they're going to have to go in and get some repairs. Hopefully they can get up to speed as Caden Berry leads the way. 1 to go as they come across the line. It looks like Remington is on pit road getting some more damage repaired. If it goes like this, Remington should have zero problem getting that thing put back together. Let's go take a look and see what is going on. 15 is when it comes up. So we got plenty of time here still. As the pace truck is in, looking for the green flag. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Looking for 3 and 4. Lap traffic up ahead already as Caden continues to lead. Forrester second. Harris in that number 3 spot. Harris and Laurie going to be on the bottom side as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Down the front straightaway, down into turn number 1 and 2 once again as Caden has hit the bottom side. Forrester up on the high side. He is ripping high through turn number 3 and 4. Barry going to slide up the track. Here comes Forrester looking for the lead out of turn number 4. Can't quite get there. Harris up in the mix. 3-4 car battle for the lead as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Splitting lap traffic into turn number 3. 37 is going to back out of that one. That is Mike Snyder as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Lets the leaders race it out. Forrester going to go back to work. Try to catch Barry. Big run through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Harris in the number 54 trying to close the gap as they come down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Barry going to continue to lead. Forrester in second. Harris in third. Nick Laurie has fallen back in that number 43 as we got a battle back here between Price and Putney as Price has made his way up into that number 5 spot. I said Price would be quick tonight as he grabs the wall through 1 and 2. He's going to lose the spot he just got. Through turn number 3 and 4, Price going to go back up to the top side, hit that cushion. Look for him to try to make his way up towards the front as we got 11 laps complete. Going to be 12 complete when Barry crosses the line, this time by 12 laps complete as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Barry running a shallow little slider there as the rest of the guys run the top side. Looks like Harris might have got the wall, fell back a little bit. That gives Forrester a little bit of room. The car was totaled. Yeah, that was rough. That was just wrong place, wrong time. He is definitely driving that thing as they head through turn at number 3 and 4. It is going to be 14 laps complete. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Barry going to hit the top side. Sees Forster was definitely having the edge through 1 and 2. They're going to stay pretty even that time as they head into turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be halfway through, 15 laps to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Harris trying to get back up in the mix. Harris is driving the hell out of that number 54. That wall has been the thing that has hurt these drivers here tonight as Forster looks up underneath out of turn 4, can't get the drive off. Here comes Harris back to the bottom of turn number 1 and 2. Yeah, they're all ripping. All of them are ripping. Here comes Harris. Harris has the bottom side working in 1 and 2, but can't get it to work in 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway. Harris going to go back up to the top side. Thank you for the pumpkin, Landon. Appreciate that as they come down the back straightaway. Here comes Forster. Forster with the slide into turn number 3 and 4. Barry going to cut down out of turn number 4, looking for 1 and 2. Lap traffic up ahead. Barry up the track, cut down by Forster. Drag race down the back straightaway. Here comes the slide from Forster. Forster up the track. Barry bangs the wall. He's going to get off the wall down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Barry going to slide up the track in turn number 1 and 2. Forster back with the cut down. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Forster up the track. Barry down low, down the front straightaway. Lap traffic up ahead. This is going to play a role. The 37 going to get in the way. Barry can't find his way around. Forster with the lead. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be 9 laps to go at the line. 9 laps to go. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Barry going to get that bottom side to work. Can he catch back up to Forster? Forster leads the way in that number 20 machine as they head through turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be 8 laps to go here tonight in the 360 sprints. Lap traffic up ahead. That is Josh Flood. Last car on the lead lap, but he's going to be a first car 1 lap down as they come out of 4. Forster puts them a lap down as they head into 1 and 2. Here comes Barry digging back on the outside as they come down the back straightaway. Yellow flag comes out. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Muller going to have issues. Let's go take oh, Muller just gets the wall. Muller grabs the wall here. I think he's in 1 and 2. I think that car is going to be broken. Oh, he hits it down the front straightaway. That was the start of it. And he grabs the wall in 1 and 2, climbs it a little bit. Might have broken at that point. Let's see what happens in 3 and 4. Oh, yeah. Is broken right front. Broken right front. He's going to try to hit pit road. Can't quite do it. Takes the toe, but it's too little. Too late as the caution flag comes out. So Forster leads the way. Caden Barry in second. Gunnar Harris in third here tonight. Aiden Price is back in that 6th position. Could he make a surprise visit up into that top 3 or 4? We're going to find out here when we get back there. Green Forster. Man, he did some work to get there. Used the lap traffic to his advantage. Forster putting himself in position for a potential win here tonight in that number 20. Looks like we might be going green flag this time by as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Who's it going to be? Pace truck going to pull in out of turn 4. Green flag is out. Green flag is out. Forster with a good jump. Barry in second as they head into 1 and 2. Barry going to hit that bottom side. Not a bad idea on those cool tires as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Here comes Harris trying to find second as they come out of turn number 4. It's going to be 5 laps to go as they head into 1 and 2. 5 laps to go. Barry trying to rip that bottom side. Good run through 1 and 2 that time. Heads into turn number 3 and 4. I'm looking for that slider. Will he throw it as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway into 1 and 2? I don't think he had a bad idea as they're trying to go 4 wide for third. Not quite as they come down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. I think the top side is it in turn number 3 and 4, but that bottom side might work in 1 and 2 as Aiden Barry going to try to run the slick. Run the marbles through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, Forster starting to gap them a little bit as they come out of turn number 4. Going to be 2 laps to go as they come across the line. 2 laps to go. Forster continues to lead. Barry too far back. Gunner falling back to Spencer. Aiden up to 5th as they head through turn number 3 and 4. White flag is out. 1 more lap to go for Aiden Forster and the field as they head through 1 and 2. Forster going to extend that lead as they come down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Forster taking the win here tonight. Caden Berry second. Gunnar Harris, Putney, and Price your top 5. Well, now I'm going to have like 10 minutes to kill. Unless somebody from the top 3 joined, but I think the only one that's got the Discord maybe is Harris. And I don't even know if he knows I'm streaming. All right, it's going to be Aiden Forster with the win. Caden Berry in second. Gunnar Harris in third. Going to be Spencer Putney in that number 4 spot. Aiden Price in 5th. Nick Laurie in the number 6 spot. Jackson Sutton in 7th. Jesse Wright in 8th. Going to be Zach Roth in the number 9 spot. William Clapp in 10th. Mike Snyder in 12th. Going to be Tyler Muller in the number 13 spot. Johnson in 14th. Remington James 15th. And Garcia in that number 16 position. Definitely an interesting one here tonight in the sprint cars. We're going to go ahead and probably just jump in a UMP practice to kill some time. Since we got about 13 minutes to kill. Looks like there's only 10 drivers registered for that one. So we'll go jump over there and spectate that until we get into tonight's feature. Finale, our final race of the night will be the UMP Modifieds at Williams Grove. Go ahead and throw a little bit of tunes on out there. Nobody's in Discord.
Feel the thunder roll, the clays flying, engines roaring full. Side by side, leaning into the fight, chasing that checkered flag.
All right, let's get into the UMP practice. Since we got about 10 minutes to kill, we'll go ahead and watch them practice tonight. Looks like there's 11 cars in this practice session. How many are signed up? Looks like there's 10 drivers signed up. Only 11 in the last race. We'll see if we get some in this one. Harper's in here. Definitely looks like it's not a horrible crew here for the UMP Modifieds. T. Clem's in there. Remington's in there. Chris Watkins in there. Jumping into the practice before the race. We'll see if we get enough people to go ahead and broadcast the UMP Modifieds here tonight at Williams Grove. What's up, everybody? Thanks for sticking it out. It has been a long night here tonight. It is 10:07 Eastern Standard Time. This will not be the shortest race of the night. Promise you that. I guess it helps if I show you guys what I'm looking at, right? So right now it is Harper with the quick time. Not sure how worked in that track is. Hampton in a second. Olis in a third. Remington James fourth. Chris Watkins fifth. We'll see how many we end up getting into tonight's main event. Right now it is 10 drivers. If you guys were looking to get in one of my Monday night races, this could be an opportunity to make it into one of the officials. It is late right now. It will not split until we get to 21 drivers. So still plenty of opportunity to make this one tonight. Let's see. Looking to see if anybody is around in any of the Discords to go look for. Looking. I don't see anybody I want to talk to. Not anybody that's going to be in any of these races. So UMP Modifieds at Williams Grove should be pretty interesting. It is a big track for these guys. It is a very big track for these guys. See where we're at. We are still at 10 cars entered for this one. All right, give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a water while these guys do some laps. Yeah, it will be good if we can get some people in here, Curtis. I'm only showing 10 drivers registered right now. So if we can get some people in here, it could be a good one. I don't know how locked down this track gets with these cars being a little underpowered. All right, who's ready for some UMP action here tonight? We got about 5 minutes before the session opens up. A very light field here tonight, so if you guys are looking to make it into one of my Monday night officials, this could be an opportunity for you. 10 drivers registered, 4 minutes left. iRating may not be an issue here tonight to make the top split official. Might be an only split official. Oh, 13 cars. Just had a couple more people go ahead and sign up. Looks like Selby is signed up. Keith Hackney is signed up. Now it's about to get interesting. We got some names in here. Definitely starting to look a little bit interesting as these guys get out on the track. Already more than there was last split. iRacing Dirt Memes made a post, did a poll, and it says, is iRacing Dirt dying? And I said, I hope not, because I said, I hope not. This is what keeps me awake on a Monday night. And if I have to broadcast NASCAR on Monday nights, I will definitely be falling asleep. All right, so we are up to 13 drivers, still 7 more spots available, guys. If you guys want to get into a top split official, get in here. Get them while they're hot. Grab a setup. Strap up those nuts, throw them over your shoulder, and let her eat here tonight at Williams Grove. I think we're looking like we're going to have a solid crew. I don't know if a lot of you guys realize this, but like people like Remington James and stuff that try to get on whatever I'm broadcasting when they can get on. I really enjoy that. I enjoy that community aspect of it, and I think it's awesome. And I love building those relationships. The more, the merrier. But I think what I need to do is get back on some dirt racing and run myself. Because I've definitely fallen a little out of touch. I mean, I understand how things work, but I haven't run it in a while, so I can't tell you as much as I used to. All right, 1 minute left, guys. Less than 1 minute left. Getting ready for tonight's UMP Modified main event. Should be a good one here tonight. Looks like we are up to 14. Added one more. 36 seconds left. Can we add? I would love to add a few more and get this track slick for the feature here tonight. If we could get 3 more, it would be phenomenal because that would give us a LCQ. Only sending one person home tonight, but that would if that was the case. But right now it looks like everybody is going to make the feature here tonight, which will be 2 heat races and 1 feature. I don't know how that's going to make the track race. I guess we're going to find out. Maybe we'll get a pre-gen. As there's 3 seconds left. And session is closed, and we're going to get into tonight's feature. Once it starts kicking these guys out, I will switch over to the going live screen and go ahead and switch out of here and get over into tonight's race session for the finale here tonight. Waiting for it to kick these guys out. Oh, it sounds like it's starting to kick them out now. These guys pulling off the track, getting ready to get into that race session here tonight. Go ahead, withdraw from that. All right, it does look like we ended up with 15 cars, 3,200 SOF. We're going to go ahead and... What happens if I click watch now? See if he gets mad at me. All right, so we are going to go ahead and switch over to this. And we are going to jump into tonight's final race. I would say main event, but it probably isn't technically the main event. It's just the end of the night. As we jump into that session, it is going to be 30 laps for tonight's main event. Looks like we're going to have 2 heat races. 8. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why did the cheat thing come up? All right, I got to close out iRacing. I just got a weird code, probably because I tried to see if it would it let me do something that it never let me do before. So, all right, we're jumping back onto iRacing. I had to close out of that. Looks like we got a pretty solid field. Even Talon Willis shows up. Dustin Hennigan, Selby, Remington, T. Clem. Keith Hackney is not in here. He just jumped in the practice, I guess. Still looking like a solid field here tonight as these guys get ready for 30 laps for tonight's main event. There is definitely a wide split. So we got 775, no, 1542, I think might be the lowest on here. As these guys get into the session, let's see. 1498 is the lowest I rating in here, and the number 1 I rating is Dustin Hennigan with a The 6,625 iRating. So 6K in here. Matt Selby is the number 2 with a 6,289. As these guys are out on the track. Tyler Hampton currently at the top of the boards here in practice. Hennigan is on pit road, has not pulled out yet. We'll see if he's able to put down a quick lap. As we got about 1 minute left here in practice, and we are going to get into qualifying here tonight. Only 2 heat races. Everybody's going to make the feature here tonight. 15-car main event. car main event here tonight. Talon Willis second quick on the boards. So Talon Willis looking to have a good run here tonight in that 10. Williams Grove, definitely a popular track. Surprised it is such a soft field. As T-Clem, where is T-Clem? T-Clem running third quick right now. Matt Selby out on the track fifth quick here in this practice session. As that is going to be the end of practice, we're going to get into qualifying here tonight. 2 laps. They got 3 minutes to get them done. We're going to see who the first one to jump out on the track is. All right, looks like Matt Selby going to jump out on the track pretty quick here tonight in the number 46. I see Remington out there, Jonathan Hansen and Matthew Connors, Talon Willis. Selby through turn number 1 and 2. We'll see if he keeps this lap or not as they come down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. Selby's going to keep it. He's going to come across the line with a 19.896 from Matt Selby. That's going to be second quick as Willis goes quick time with a 19.826 for Talon Willis. Hennigan on the track as he starts lap number 1. He's going to roll through turn number 1 and 2. We'll see if anybody else jumps up to the top of the boards as Hennigan runs through turn number 3 and 4. Can he put this at the top of the charts out of turn number 4? Where's Dustin Hennigan going to put it? He goes third quick with a 19.880. T-Clem comes across the track quick time with a 19.812 out of Tyler Clement as he rolls lap number 2. T-Clem shaking things up here tonight in qualifying, taking that quick time. Harper's going to be 10th quick. We'll see if he's able to pick up the pace any on lap number 2. Here comes Chris Watkins. Does not look like lap 2 is any quicker as Chris Watkins comes across the line with a... Oh, that was the start of his lap. I thought that was his actual lap. All right, let's see how he does out of turn at number 4 coming to the line. Does he keep the lap? He does as he comes across the line. Fourth quick with a 19.876 for Chris Watkins. Let's see if everybody's in here. All right, let's see. Everybody is in here. Not everybody took a lap. So that is going to be the end of qualifying. T-Clem at the top of the charts, putting down a heater here tonight. Good for T Club. As we are going to get ready for heat race number 1. Everybody makes it. 8 cars here in heat race number 1. We're going to jump on with T Club and hit up tonight's starting lineup. Starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 1, it is going to be the number 97 of T Club. Starting outside of him in that number 99 machine, it's going to be Jonathan Hansen. Starting inside row number 2 in the number 16 machine, it is going to be Dustin Hennigan. Outside of him in the number 14, it's going to be Tyler Hampton. Starting inside row number 3 here tonight in that number B2, it is going to be Corey Berquist. Outside of him in the number 10 machine, it's going to be Alex Harper. Starting inside row number 4 in the number 14 machine, it is going to be Matthew Connors. Outside of him in the number 7, it is going to be Kyle Olis. 8 laps, 8 cars, everybody transfer through as we are going to look for that one to go when they cross the line this time by. Go T Club, says Griffin. Surprised you're not out here, Griffin. This is your type of car right here. At least IRL. It's your type of track, too. Pretty similar to USA. Its race is totally different in my mind, but it is a paperclip. As we look for the green flag this time by T Clem leads the field. I'll tell you what, caution laps are going to be brutal here. Hopefully they keep it facing the right direction as they look for turn. Well, we don't have to worry about it in the heats. In the feature, as they look for turn number 3 and 4, Pace Truck is going to pull in. When will T Clem fire him off? Let's see if he goes in turn 3. Go, T Clem, go. There you go. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Single file for the top 3. Making top 4 is Hampton's going to slide in that number 4 spot. Here comes Hennigan up underneath Hansen. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Drag race for that number 2 position. Down into 3 and 4. Hennigan down low in that 16 as they're side by side for second. Hennigan to blink out down the front straightaway. Hennigan with second that time by. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Hennigan going to work the bottom. T Clem working a little bit higher up with that cut down. Out of turn number 1. Down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. T Clem going to continue to lead. Hennigan in second. Hansen in third. Hampton fourth. Harper fifth. Down into turn number 1 and 2. 2 laps complete. Oh, we got one pulling off. That is Matthew Connors down the back straightaway. He's going to pull down to the inside wall. Gets out of the way as these guys roll through turn number 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway, T Clem continues to lead the way as Connor is going to go down on pit road. Single file for these guys through turn number 1 and 2. We got a battle for the number 6 spot as Corey and Kyle side by side. Into turn number 3 and 4. They're going to get back single file, back up to the front as Hennigan is trying to reel in T Club as they come across the line halfway through. 4 laps to go. Hennigan starting to reel in that number 97 as they come down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be T Clem continuing to lead the way. Hennigan closing in on that back bumper out of turn 4. 5 laps complete. Down into 1 and 2 single file racing right now, but Hennigan definitely closing that gap. It is getting closer and closer. He's 2.5 tenths back as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, he's going to blink out a little bit on us as T Clem continues to lead the way. T Clem actually going to pull away from him this time. 4 100ths of a second quicker that time by. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. T Clem continues to lead the way. Out of turn number 4. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Can Hennigan get there as they come into turn number 1 and 2? Hennigan going to move down to the bottom lane once again as they head through turn number 1 and 2. T-Clem continues the lead. Hennigan not pulling them in. T-Clem 1 more corner to go through turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Give it to T-Clem as he comes out of turn number 4. Hennigan, Hanson, Hampton, Harper, Bierquist, Olis, and Connors rounding out the field. So heat race number 1, not very eventful. We're going to see if it shakes it up a little bit here in heat race number 2. Thank you, Remington, for getting out there quick as we get ready for tonight's starting lineup here in heat race number 2. Starting on the pole here tonight in that number 10 machine, it is going to be Talon Willis. Starting outside of him in the 118, it is going to be Chris Watkins. Starting inside row number 3 in that number 46 machine, it is going to be Matt Selby. Outside of him in the number 10, it's going to be Remington James. Starting inside row number 3 in the number 3 machine, it's going to be Isaiah Adams. Outside of him in the number 15, it's going to be Stephen Pate. Then rounding out the field here tonight in that number 11 machine, it is going to be Ryan Lange. Down the back straightaway, looking for some green flag action. They're going to get the one to go when they hit the line. Talon Willis leading the field here tonight in that number 10 machine. Selby's like, let me take the pole. As they head through turn number 3 and 4, one more opportunity to give these guys a wave before they start heat race number 2 as they get 1 to go at the line. Down into turn number 1 and 2. It is going to be Talon Willis leading the way, Chris Watkins in second, Selby in third, Remington James in fourth. Looking for that green flag. Don't want to keep Isaiah Adams in fifth. He could stay up in the mix too. We'll see how this goes as they head into turn number 3 and 4, looking for that green flag. When will Willis fire off? Pace truck is in. Into turn number 3 they go. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as Willis going to get a big jump out of turn number 4. Great jump by Selby. Selby going to slide into the number 2 spot as Watkins falls back all the way back to 4th, maybe 5th, as here comes Remington James. Watkins did not get the jump he wanted on that start go. Oh, big slide by Isaiah. Isaiah almost loops it in turn number 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway, looking for turn number 1 and 2. Top 2 going to pull away. Selby going to push like a snowplow in turn number 1 and 2 up the track, allowing Willis to drive away. Remington up to the number 3 spot in that number 10 machine as they head through turn number 3 and 4, trying to close in on the leaders as they come out of turn 4. Down the front straightaway, it is going to be Willis leading the way. Selby in second, trying to reel in that number 10 machine. So Willis leading the way. We're going to take a look at the lap times when they come across the line this time by. Looks like Selby trying to close the gap as he is 3/10 back as they come out of turn number 4. Let's take a look at the lap times. Is he reeling them in with 5 laps to go? He was about 1/10 and a half quicker that time by. Selby reeling in Willis slowly but surely down the back straightaway. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Keeping the gap about the same. Let's see if he gains out of turn number 4. Willis going to have a good run out of 4, but half a tenth gain by Selby as they come across the line. He is 1/10 within him as they head through turn number 1 and 2. So Selby gained a tenth last time by 2 as they come down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. Willis continues to lead the way as they come through turn number 3 and 4. Going to be 3 to go at the line, and Selby is there as they come out of turn number 4. Down into 1 and 2. Selby going to send it in deep through turn number 1 and 2. He's so good through there as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Good 1 and 2 for Willis that time by as they head through turn number 3 and 4. They almost matched times last time. Here comes Selby with a good run out of turn number 4. He is all over the back of Willis. 2 laps to go. as they head into 1 and 2. Here comes Selby down low out of 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Selby, he's going to be able to tell us what Willis had for dinner here in a second as they come out of turn number 4. White flag in the air. One more lap to go as the battle for the lead rages into turn number 1 and 2. Selby sends it in deep. He's going to try to cut up underneath as they come out of turn number 2. Willis takes the momentum on the high side. Drag race down the back straightaway. They're side by side into turn number 3 and 4. Willis up high, Selby down low. Out of turn number 4, coming to the line. It's going to be Willis with the win. Selby second, Watkins third, Remington James in fourth, Adams in fifth, Lange and Pate round out the field. Selby definitely trying to make that one look interesting as we get done with heat race number 2. We're going to get ready for tonight's main event for the UMP Modifieds. Final feature of the night, guys. Are you guys ready for this? Let me know in the chat as we get ready for tonight's starting lineup.
Feel the thunder roll, the clays flying, engines roaring full. Side by side, leading into the fight, chasing that checkered flag at night. We're burning up dirt, kicking up dust, ain't nothing like racing with the
Starting
rest of
on the
us.
pole here tonight in the number 97 machine on a Team No Love, it's going to be Tyler Clemens. Outside of him in the number 10 machine, it's going to be Talon Willis. Starting inside row number 2 in the number 16 machine, it is going to be Dustin Hennigan. Outside of him in the number 46 green and white machine, it's going to be Matthew Selby. Starting inside row number 3 here tonight. I don't know what number he is, so I got to go take a look. It is going to be the number 99 of Jonathan Hansen. Outside of him in the 118, it is going to be Chris Walkins. Starting inside row number 4 here tonight in that number 14 machine, it is going to be Tyler Hampton. Outside of him in the number 10 machine, it's going to be Remington James. Starting inside row number 5 here tonight in the number 10 machine is going to be Alex Harper. Outside of him in the number 8 machine, I believe it is, number 3 machine, it is going to be Isaiah Adams. Starting in 11th on the inside of row number 6 is going to be Corey Bierquist. Outside of him, it is going to be, I don't know any of these people. It's going to be Lange. Then rounding out the field here tonight, we got Kyle Olis, Pate, Connor, and I missed somebody in there as a green flag is out. I went through it too long because, I don't know any of these guys. As T-Clem going to lead the way, it is going to be side by side for second. Hennigan down low, Willis up high. Drag race down the back front straightaway down into turn number 1 and 2. T-Clem continues the lead as Hennigan tries to get the edge. He does out of turn number 2. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Hennigan going to slide up the track. That's going to open the door for Willis as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, a little bit of contact heading into turn number 1 and 2. Willis going to roll the bottom. Hennigan up high as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Well, Hennigan going to blink out there as they come down the back straight into turn number 3 and 4. Starting to single file it out as the 14 of Hampton in the wall in 3 and 4. Well, I jumped there at the right moment, didn't I? Out of turn number 4, down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 1 and 2. Great battle here as Remington goes around contact as the 14 gets into him. All right, so Remington's going to go around here. Oh, does he? He actually blinks out, which, net code definitely playing a factor there. Maybe? No, he might actually hit him. He had a little bit of a netcode issue here. He blinked out for a second. I don't know if it's quality or frames, but I don't know if they actually... Yeah, they did make contact. But he had no clue he was there. Remington goes around in the spin cycle. He is down on pit road with some damage on that number 10 machine. No luck for Remington here tonight. But having a good night here tonight in the number 97 is going to be T-Clum. But I'll tell you what, Hennigan has some speed. If he can get a good start on the outside, this could be an interesting battle for the win here tonight. And watch the 46 of Matt Selby. He showed a lot of speed in his heat race. Look for him to be fast through tonight as these guys come out of turn number 2. Pace lights are on, so we will have at least one more lap of pacing here tonight. These guys down on pit road getting absolutely as much damage repaired as they can. Remington, how bad is it? If he was in Discord, I would have pulled him up at this point. Something to do under these caution flags. When you get the cautions here at Williams Grove, it gets a little brutal. All right, it should be one to go when the pace car crosses the line. And this time by, we're going to stack them up 2 by 2. It is going to be T-Clem out front, Hennigan in second, Willis in third, and the 99 of Hansen in that number 4 spot. 4 minutes left. That's not horrible. You get another caution, you probably get that. All right, we got them stacked up 2 by 2 out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Looking for the green flag this time by T-Clem. Going to lead the way. You definitely, you probably lost the field there. You blinked out on my screen anyway. All right, T-Clem going to lead him out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway. Decent start by Hennigan, but Will is going to stay up underneath him as T-Clem leads the way into turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. T-Clem going to slide up the track. Hennigan just behind him as they head into 3 and 4. Will is going to hold strong down on the bottom side. Gets a good edge through 3 and 4. Not able to get the drive off of 4. Got a little too sideways. Falls back in line. Here comes Hansen to the outside. And here comes Selby in the number 46. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Selby up underneath Hansen, down the back straightaway. Looking for turn at number 3. Selby going to toss it in hard into turn number 3. Side by side for that number 4 spot. Selby slides up into the wheel of Hansen. So muscles Hansen out of the way. Hansen back to 5th as Selby takes that number 4 spot. Back up here for the battle for the lead. T-Clem leading the way, but he's got Hennigan and Willis all over the back of him as they head into 3 and 4. Here comes Hennigan trying to get to the bottom side. Can't quite get there. Out of turn 4. Down the front straightaway. 7 laps complete. 7 laps complete into turn number 1 and 2. Hennigan in the middle there between Willis and T-Clem. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Synchronized sliding through turn number 3 and 4. Hennigan having a little bit of an internet issue as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Still single file as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Willis down low on Hennigan. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. They get back in line. Hennigan goes to the bottom. Here comes T-Clem with the run out of turn number 4. He's going to keep the lead this time by Willis up underneath Hennigan, heading for turn number 1. Down into turn number 1 as Willis going to roll the bottom side. Hennigan up high, almost making it 3 wide, but no room for Hennigan. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Hennigan going to get up underneath T-Clem as they roll through turn number 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. Here comes Willis back down low into turn number 1. Willis has got such a good run through turn number 3 and 4. If he can figure out that bottom side of 1 and 2, he could be a problem for Hennigan as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4. Good run out of turn 4 for Willis. But here comes Hennigan down low on T-Clem. He's going to slide him in turn number 1 and 2. T-Clem's got to back it down with the cut down out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. 3 wide down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Here comes T-Clem. T-Clem slides up the track. Here comes Willis down low. 3 wide out of turn number 4. Drag race down the line. They touch. It's going to be T-Clem at the line that time by. Barely by a nose. T-Clem slides up the track. Big cut down by Hennigan. Out of turn 2, down the back straightaway. Hennigan with the lead, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Here comes T-Clem back down low in 3 and 4. Can't get the run. Out of turn 4, new race. Oh no! It's going to put T-Clem back in the lead as a caution. Flag comes out. So Isaiah going to have an issue back here. Let's go take a look and see what happened to Isaiah Adams. Oh, he almost got the opening. Oh, him and Harper got together as he tried to toss it into the corner. And he goes around as Remington's going to try to go down onto pit road. Couldn't quite make it. He was trying to take advantage of every minute he could, but T-Clem gets the lead back, saved by the caution flag. Hey, Remington, you missed the pit entry. Oh, you're going to be muted on? You missed the pin entry.
I know, my wife called.
Oh. Tell her she got shitty timing.
Yeah, that's what I just told her. That'd be all right.
So 4 minutes. Oh, you didn't hit the pit road that time?
No, I was on the phone with her.
Oh. How bad's it feel?
It's not horrible.
Yeah, 4 minutes isn't always horrible on dirt.
No.
You know what's horrible, though? Pacing at Williams Grove.
I know, but it sure is nice to get some damage fixed.
Yeah. Williams Grove, Bristol, and frickin' whatchamacallit, USA are the worst to pace on.
Oh, yeah. It's just been rough for me tonight.
Oh,
Sorry,
you're going one to go. I'll move you down.
All right, I'll see you after next caution.
All right. We're going back green flag racing. Remington jumping in and hanging out for a minute as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Looking for the green flag. It is going to be T-Clem trying to hold on to the lead, but Hennigan with some serious speed. And I'll tell you what, Talon Willis. Well, you know, Selby, he could shake it up a little bit too, but Will is definitely showing these guys some muscle too as they look for the green flag out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Man, T-Clem really backed him up there as they come out of turn number 4. Great start by Hennigan. He's going to keep it side by side as they head into 1 and 2. All that counts Selby in it, which might be a good thing for T-Clem because Selby will put up a run for their money as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Hennigan is sliding into turn number 3 and 4, cut down by T-Clem. Drag race down the front straightaway looking for the line. It's going to be Hennigan at the line that time by. T-Clem going to toss it into 1 and 2. Slides up the track. Hennigan with the cut down. Here comes Selby looking to the top side. Will they take it 3 wide? They do. Oh, they touch down the back straightaway. Big save out of T-Clem. Big save. Oh, no. Selby is done. Selby is around and in the wall. He caught the outside fence. Don't miss pit road this time.
Dude, I honestly don't know if I'm going to go take it. I don't know.
Well, we're going to go look at Selby and T-Clem get together. I think Selby got... Oh, Selby's blown up. I think he got the opening.
I didn't mean the rivalry, T-Clem.
I don't know if it's
whenever
worth losing
he wrecked,
position.
you wrecked with him.
It'd be all right.
Nah, I don't think we even made contact. And he just tried putting his nose where it didn't belong.
All right, let's see what
I was on
happened.
your outside the whole time.
Dude,
Oh,
you
he
were
did.
Not even to my quarter, man.
Oh, they're arguing right now.
Obviously was. You wouldn't ran me into the wall.
All right, we're gonna take a good look at this.
All right, buddy.
We got beef in the chat. Beef in the chat. Oh, they just kind of hooked together. I mean, honestly, that was just hard racing right there. Oh man, Selby hit hard. He broke that right front on the opening. That opening's a pain in the ass, Remington. Have you ever gotten the opening here?
Yes.
It sucks.
Yes, especially super late models is where I kept getting into them at.
Oh, I've done it plenty of times with a big block too.
Oh, it's 6 minutes of damage now. Wow.
Oh, you added more damage. Good job. What you hit?
Yeah. 6 minutes.
Who'd you hit?
I don't know. Probably everybody.
Bramington.
Yeah, exactly. Remington.
For Brett said for once I agree with Selby. Yeah, I mean he was there. He was 100% there. I mean honestly, I just think it was hard racing. But he was there. He was not lying. Brett Cadell, he said, I agree with Remington. Hey, they're going green. Better get out there. All right. Have fun.
Okay.
All right, Remington's going to get out there. As we look for the green flag, it is going to be Hennigan and T. Clem on that front row. Green flag is out. I think Selby had something for these guys, too. He had some speed. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes T. Clem trying to fight back. Oh, big door. Big door by Hansen on Harper. Harper knocked up the track. He's not going to be happy about that one. Down into turn number 3 and 4 is going to be Hennigan leading the way as T. Clem tries to get up underneath. We're going to keep an eye on this battle here as Harper's got to feel a type of way about the door he just received as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Oh, it was Tyler Clement. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Harper back down low on Hansen. Going to keep it out of him as Willis puts big pressure on T. Clem just ahead. A little bit of contact out of turn number 4. Harper moves to the top. Oh, Harper might be broke. Not able to make the corner. Might have just pushed in the corner. Loses a bunch of spots in 1 and 2. All right, I'll let you catch back up, Harper. Here comes T. Clem up underneath Hennigan out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Looking for the line. It's going to be Hennigan at the line as they head into 1 and 2. Slide job by T. Clem, cut down by Hennigan. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Hennigan takes that spot back as they look for turn number 3 and 4. Going to be nose to tail up at the front as they head through turn number 3 and 4. 11 laps to go when they hit the line. Here comes T. Clem. Good run out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. A little bit of contact with Hennigan as they head into 1 and 2. Hennigan going to disappear a little bit. A little bit of respect there. T. Clem did not slide up. Out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Going to be nose to tail for the top 3. Caution flag comes out. All right, let's go find out what caused this caution. Oh, looks like it's going to be the 15 car of Stephen Pate. He's going to get a door here maybe, or he's going to... Oh, he catches the opening all by himself. Oh, the opening bites another one. That is going to knock his rear end out, and it's not going to be a good rest of the night for the number 15. I take it you still feel like it feels pretty fast because you're not pitting again.
10 laps to go. I'm not going in. Did you see how close that was for me?
It was pretty close.
Oh my goodness. I thought I was done.
Hey, somebody needs to tell Selby there's no smoking on the racetrack.
Yeah.
He's out there limping it. That thing doesn't even want to turn. It's smoking.
It'd be like that.
Oh boy. It might be bad for T-Climb if Selby's still rolling and he goes a lap down. That car is beat up and dirty. He is coming back onto pit road. He can barely even make the turn. He's coming back onto pit road. He said, nope, that doesn't work.
Do I have any damage on the rear?
A little bit of right rear, a little bit of left rear.
Selby's taking the detour on pit road.
Worse than that B-Mod.
See what happens this go around.
Some of the best in the world smoke while racing, right? I mean, you're not lying. All right, I guess we're going green already, huh? All right, have fun.
Yep.
All right, looking for the green flag as they come out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Green flag is out down the back front straightaway, down into 1 and 2. I called it the back straightaway. Willis down low, up underneath T. Clem as they're side by side. Good run for Willis out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Willis trying to get that bottom side to work. I'm actually surprised the top side is faster in these. As they come out of turn number 4, Willis has to get back in line. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Here come. Oh, yellow is out once again. All right, who's wrecking for last? Okay, it's a 14. Oh, Remington. Oh, no. I think you got more than 6 minutes worth of damage now. Oh, my God. All right, we're going to back this one up. I think that you have more than 6 minutes worth of damage now and a lot of swear words you want to use.
Yeah, I was watching the video and ran into the wall also.
Well, he cut down right into you.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't nothing I could do there. I had to drive. I wasn't lifting to just let him go around.
Oh, where are you? How much damage you got now?
I don't know. I'm trying to get to my stall.
Oh, man, that sucked. And they just all pile in. Like, you're running last. How are you piling into the wreck? You need a little crowd surfing there. Like, how
8
do
minutes.
they... 8 minutes? That's not too bad. Oh, my God. The 15 came in from a mile back and absolutely clobbered everybody in that wreck. Like, there's no way he didn't see that. Let's jump in. I'm going to jump in his in car. There's no way he did. He just stayed in the gas. Oh, he did lift at last minute. But I don't know why he didn't lift sooner. He couldn't even steer it down the straightaway. All right.
I don't know.
You're inside 10 to go. It is 1 to go now.
I'll get DQ'd. I'm at a 10X.
You're at a 10X? All right, well.
Yeah.
I guess you'll get the hard luck. You can't be the only one flirting with a 10X.
And I'm holding my steering wheel almost completely sideways now, so.
It's way worse, but only 2 minutes more.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely got to clean it up in the back, Watts, for sure. All right. Good luck. Don't get DQ'd.
Yeah.
But easier said than done.
Yes.
All right, so Remington needs to survive 8 more laps as the green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. I'm going to keep an eye on what's going on and see people disappear as they head into 1 and 2. Dustin going to lead the way. Willis down low, up underneath T-Clem, down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Willis putting the work on the 97 to T-Clem, side by side, out of turn 4. Drag race for second, down the front straightaway. T-Clem going to have the second place that time by. Willis going to send it in deep down on the bottom through turn number 1 and 2. He rips that bottom so well in 1 and 2. Great run for Willis, down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Well, Remington's still in it, but I don't think it's driving very well. Out of turn number 4. He's far enough back where he might not incident point out. Oh, a little bit of contact between Willis and T-Clem. That might have actually helped T-Clem rotate through the corner as Willis gets a great run again through turn number 1 and 2. He's so good down on that bottom side as Hennigan leads the way as they head through 3 and 4. Willis going to slide up the track, realize the bottom side was not working in 1 and 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway, 5 laps to go. What a battle for second. Willis going to roll the bottom side once again through turn number 1 and 2. Willis takes that spot down the back straightaway. Here comes T-Clem down low. Oh, they touch. They're in the wall. Big hit. Tail and Willis hard in the wall.
What was that for?
Dude, we net coded hard. I mean, we made contact and then it just wheel hopped me. I was not trying to do that.
Nah, that was a little too hard to be naked.
Dude, it net coded me.
We got the hot take going on right now. Here, we're gonna go far chase for this one.
I don't know. I'm watching it.
I was trying to just rub up with you how you kind of were.
Oh, that
doing,
was a
we
weird
made that
pop.
first contact, and then it just fucking wheel hopped me into you.
Yeah, but the wheel hop's not naked. That's just a common thing in dirt race.
All right, so they're gonna wheel hop right here. So T-Clem's gonna bump him with the back, and it's gonna shoot his car forward, and he's gonna hop up on him.
Yeah, I mean, it might be different on your screen, but right here.
Big hit into the wall for Willis. That's going to be the end of his race, and probably significant damage on the 97 as we get the caution flag once again tonight. You know, if you just hang out in the back, you might gain some more spots.
Yeah, that's kind of my game plan.
I got to imagine it's not driving very well, so driving around people probably doesn't feel very comfortable.
Yeah, no, that's why I just went to the inside, let them go around.
Survival. You know, that ends up being a thing at Williams Grove a lot. These corners, the corners are... 3 and 4 is always really narrow, but there's like 3 different lanes, 3 or 4 different ways to run this track. Well, so you got
one.
Yep, we're one. So a lot of different interesting things. So I'll talk to you here in 3 laps?
Okay, yeah.
All right, buddy. All right, we are going to get these guys stacked up down the back straightaway. Hennigan leads the way. T-Clem in second. I'm going to mute that because it might get a little wild at the end here. T-Clem's got to have some damage on that 97. He's got Hansen behind him. Harper in the top 5. That's a good run for him. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. Yeah, Hennigan's just pulling away from T-Clem. That car is pretty used up as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Hansen going to roll through the bottom of turn number 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Well, T-Clem not looking horrible as he's able to keep the separation between him and Hansen, but not able to do anything with Hennigan as they come out of turn at number 4. It is going to be, now it's 3 laps to go. Man, I was off on those laps. My bad. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Going to be Dustin leading the way. We're going to start jumping on this battle for 3rd as it looks like it is starting to pick up, maybe 4th, as Corey is all over the back of Harper. Here comes Watkins down low in that 118. 2 laps to go as they come across the line. Going to be Harper, or it's going to be Hennigan well out in front. Battle really seems to be right now from 3rd on back, but they might close in on T-Clem as they come down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, white flag is out. 1 more lap to go for Hennigan and crew. T-Clem losing some of that comfort as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Could get interesting into turn number 3 as Hansen has closed the gap on T-Clem as they come out of turn number 2. Here comes Hansen. Will he be able to get up underneath? He's going to jump to the outside. Out of turn number 4. Hansen down low, down the front straightaway, looking for the line. Hennigan takes the win. T-Clem second. Hansen, Harper, and Bierquist, your top 5. Well, we know T-Clem will be making it up over here. I don't know if Harper or Hennigan will.
All in all.
Yeah. Did you? Oh, you got 11th.
Run through everyone.
You lost 18.
I don't even want to hear it.
Crazy. Just don't make up bullshit.
Uh-oh. Hold on. I'm going to mute it because Selby and T-Clem are going at it. You never know what's going to get said when T-Clem's arguing. T-Clem will say some wild shit.
Hey, buddy, I might eat one, but at least I don't swallow them whole like you do.
I don't know. I've seen you. You look like you eat them all the time and swallow them whole.
If that's the best thing that you can come up with is a fat joke. Jesus Christ, man. Come on, man.
All right. Talk to me when you can see your belly button.
Okay, man.
That's probably the one thing you can see.
Stop letting your chin steer.
You just fucked that up, T-Club. All right, so it's going to be Hennigan with the win, T-Club second, Hansen in third, Harper fourth, Bjerkquist fifth, Watkins in sixth, Lange in the number 7 spot, Hampton in 8th, Adams in 9th. Going to be Pate in 10th. Who's in 11th?
That'd be me.
That guy sucks. No, Remington James in 11th. Going to be Willis in 12th, Connors in 13th, Selby 14th, and Olis in that number 15 spot. I don't know if we're going to see anybody. It sounded like there were some pretty hot tempers out there. Yeah, you're welcome, Robert. I always appreciate you coming out. Appreciate it. Well, Remington, wild one tonight, long night. Short run in the 360s, a little bit longer, but more difficult run in the UMPs for you.
Yeah, it was a brutal night. Got into a pro race, first race on, junked the car on lap 1 of the feature, and I was like, you know what? Let's go try sprints.
You know what, though? You're having fun.
Oh, that's what it's all about. This
You know,
game's a blast
sometimes you
whenever
get
got good lobbies.
sometimes you get grinding with a team and all that other stuff. You get in that grind and you get angry and it sucks.
Yep.
So at least if you're out there having fun, it's important. That's why I never truly let Mark know how good he is. Because if I ever tell Mark because Mark's way better than he thinks he is, Mark Thrash. Not on dirt though. If I ever
Mark's
tell
good.
him if he ever figures out how good he is, he won't have fun anymore. He'll be whining like Moody.
Yeah, I plan on trying to take Moody out at Lucas. So Moody, if you're out there listening, just know that.
Well, tomorrow we got the season finale for Texas Speed. I'm sure. Oh, you may. Are you going to show up? It's Texas. Do you have Legacy Texas?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We know how me and Gen 4 is mix and match.
Well, you know, you're not going to get any better if you don't run it. And I've seen you run asphalt. You need to run it more.
What do you mean? I'm great at it.
Sometimes I understand why there's a red R next to your name in asphalt, and I'm not meaning because it's a rookie.
Yeah, it stands for Wrecking Ball.
Remington. Remington.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think T-Clem's going to show up tonight.
No, I guess I missed the whole argument.
Yeah. No Hennigan either.
Well.
T-Clem seemed pretty upset. I mean, I think the thing, Selby was there.
Yeah.
It was a racing
Which
deal.
Good early.
The Willis deal kind of sucked. That was another racing. I will say both of T-Clem's issues were just hard racing.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened in the back. You can tell me better than that. I think it was just lack of talent. Loft.
Yeah, I don't know.
Lack of fucking talent.
Running. I got to drive and
not necessarily you, but like Steven when he came in from 20 car lengths back.
Yeah, that one I have no idea about that. That was wild. I don't get that one.
You're not broadcasting anymore.
I am broadcasting.
That's the big thing.
Oh shit.
So, I guess I'm going to close down the stream since T-Clem's not going to show up. I'll be right back. You want to say thank you to anybody, Remington?
Yeah. Thanks to you for hosting this.
I'm not hosting it.
This live stream.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all
yeah.
the viewers out there that watch Remington.
Remington. Yeah, that's what we're going to have to do for the signature plate on your car. Now it's going to say Remington.
Yeah, Remington.
We'll make you a logo.
Yeah, that's what we need to do.
Shane Haas, you want to thank John's mom?
Yeah, thanks John's mom. I just got done with a league race at Old Atlanta and the DIRTcar placed 3rd place. So yeah.
That's a good night. All right, I'm going to close out the stream.
35 cars.
I'll talk to you guys in a second. All right, guys, that is going to be it for tonight. Doesn't look like T. Clem or anybody's going to make it up here. So we're going to go ahead and close down the stream. Tomorrow night, season finale for Texas Speed. Oh, it'll be about 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys don't want to miss that. As always, until next time. Oh, and don't forget Arca Dirt, 8 p.m. on Wednesday. That is a must watch. But as always, until next time, be safe and have a good night.